Tidal
more.
wave is really good.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that one. But I
How
also
much
like
space we have?
things.
Nice.
Yeah,
We,
that's
like,
also pretty cool.
layers of it, like
Bye. Have fun.
Jealous.
I know I'm over here. Like,
Travis, you just come over here. We won't cheat.
Plus, summoning spells make more work for the DM, so that's always fun too. I'm gonna
Wow,
summon
evil,
12
evil, evil.
woodland beings.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey,
Are we
Wyla, can
close
I
to
borrow that
leveling
horn
up?
blasting
Yeah, we're like
again?
2,000 away.
You're very
Okay.
close to
Next
leveling
level.
up.
We haven't done that in like a year.
no,
Levels up. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
That's
yeah.
why I'm like.
You leveled up, during COVID.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, during COVID.
It's just. It felt like a year.
Yeah, that last session was 6,000 experience. That took
That's
us from like
insane.
the first part of 8 to almost the end.
Do you have fire arrows?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think so anymore.
Did we sleep? Was the
Yours
last
is
thing we
so
did?
fancy.
I don't remember the last thing we did.
I mean,
So-
things were
The
grappling
fanciest
up.
I
on
have
my desk,
spent
but that's.
spell slots.
I made it last.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember. No, I don't.
We were trying to navigate through the
no,
fog without
my
using the
items,
Green
I need
Lantern
to, like-
thing.
You weren't doing anything because you were tied to a rope during a storm.
Right. I just don't
Right.
think.
But
I'm
you
trying to remember
weren't
if we
exactly
slept.
sleeping.
It wasn't. I wouldn't call
No.
it restful.
You don't have fire arrows.
Between
No,
our, I
it's
can't
fine.
remember their name is
I feel like I could
Sheboygan.
make them.
You guys all
Fucking-
you guys all took short rests before you took off to sea and hit the
That
storm.
research sucks.
That sounds right.
We took,
Okay.
a short rest, but then something happened.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
it?
definitely we took
We
a
got
short rest
fucking
because I just
attacked.
spent it to attuning
Something
to
happened right at the
items.
Oh yeah, and someone healed.
Yeah, the sirens were attacking us, and Malarkey was
Somebody was
distracted, and I was
attacking
busy steering the boat.
Yeah, dog,
And
and
blue-
axing fools.
And blue
Octopus.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
whore? Like, I don't know what that says. It's just like, it looks like whore, but I don't know.
There is an orb.
We left the blue
No,
hole.
it says, oh, hole. That's
Yeah.
probably what it says.
Oh, I caught Banana's rope after turning into a shark.
And I didn't write anything after that. So my notes,
That was the
Malarkey was like
storm.
shark bait the entire, like a
The
literally
whole fight,
chewed up
yeah.
chunk.
Right after the
dangled
storm.
shit
off
out of
the
that.
thing.
Right after
Shark.
the storm,
Until that
Pirates
poor
in
shark
bad shape
landed
onto
on the
the
deck
boat.
of the ship and got
6
accident.
grappling
That's right.
hooks. 6 grappling hooks
Yeah,
have
that was
attached.
the
He's
last
busy
thing that
cooking up
happened.
shark and lizard people.
Well, he
That's
thought
right,
he
we're
gave
under attack now.
shark soup to Ra, but didn't.
It was
It was
give
probably
fish
lizard
people.
fish
Fish
people.
people
Yeah.
soup. Raw.
So I'm okay
Ra ate
for
fish
now.
people. Yeah, that was the quote.
For now.
You're fine for now.
As far as you can tell, it's amazing. For now.
It didn't hurt my tummy, Dash
Hashtag whiskey.
Grandma juice.
I wish that Georgia knew we
I know.
said that all the
Well,
time.
she can,
You
right?
remember Georgia, right? She told us one time that her grandmother drinks something called grandma juice. Vodka and milk mixed together.
Oh my god.
So now, like, Zach always drinks like gross ass milk, so
In our game.
every time it's always like grandma juice, bro. Like, why are you drinking that?
That's gross.
That's such a nasty cocktail.
It's pretty
Well,
vile.
that was a white Russian.
Yeah.
Pretty much coffeeless,
But it's
sugarless,
vodka
white Russian.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma drank
Vodka milk.
vodka milk.
Creamy vodka.
And vodka milk vodka.
My
my
grandma
died of
just-
misfortune.
Yeah.
What kind of misfortune?
Liver
Vodka,
failure.
vodka, milk, and
Yeah. Just, I wanted to be sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No,
that's
yeah,
what it
no.
is.
Alright, I chose some.
So, last session after you guys defeated what seemed to be an extremely routine and efficient attack on your boat by what appeared to be siege versions of Sahuagin. You guys
siege soup.
had to repair the boat, and you did the best you could. You got it floating and going. You got the boat health up as high as you could. So you know your boat's not in shambles, but it's not looking great. You guys set up. You set up your surgery station. Malarkey
Yes.
set up his cooking station. You made a potion, a purple potion that you don't really know what
That's
it does.
right. A random purple potion.
And he cooked up some of the Sahuagin and some of the. You fed your dragon some of the Sahuagin.
Sure.
meat,
Nope,
and
you
you
don't get a
ate
taste
some
for it,
of
little
the
baby.
Sahuagin meat. You guys recovered as much food as you could, which wasn't much.
I have a crab.
Yeah, I think we lost like 52%.
Yeah.
But we also gave all the grain to Malarkey to make.
You also fed me
For-
crab while I was
Yeah, he was
steering
working
the
on
boat.
the.
Yeah,
Let's
the
trust him with our
Bruins
food.
kit,
Fuck it.
I think.
The herbalism kit, yeah.
Malarkey.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Sure, I'm totally giving you shark.
Sure, yeah, I'm using the grain.
so
Experiment 1.
after that, you guys
Krieger.
ran into a storm. After a few navigational mishaps, and you you tied yourselves off to the boat and rode out the storm. And just as it started to calm, hooks came coming. It was like you weren't sure what time of day it was because the clouds were dense, and then also on top of that, you've got the shroud, and so you couldn't really tell if it was dusk or dawn. There's some daylight, and and you heard, you know, the quiet pencil sharpener should be.
It's right next to it.
And these are all sharpened pencils too, so you can just grab one at will. But
Just in case.
yeah, so you guys tied yourselves to the boat. We're unsure of the time of day. Things are starting to clear up. The deck is still wet. The boat's rocking pretty rapidly from the storm, and there's some leftover waves. You can like feel a little bit of exhaustion as you each, you know, come up from like holding on tight through these crashing waves, and your boat just being thrown around like madness. Like you don't really have orientation. It's hard to tell where the sun is. Navigation isn't much of an option. And then you hear a bell ringing in the distance. Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding.
You got the
ding,
lantern?
ding. And
I've been getting it out
the
this
lantern
whole
has
time.
been out. It's been hanging
Okay.
on the front of the boat.
Okay, so that's helping.
Yeah, it removes some of the shroud. Yeah, and that's when you see 3 hooks come up on either side. And
I'm still
You
below
start-
deck though, so I don't see any of this.
are you still below deck?
I think
For
so.
Reparo.
No, we were all up because
As
of
if
the
you were all on
storm.
the upper deck.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Tied off.
Except your sailing companion, who was below deck.
The weird optimistic guy.
Yeah, the guy that was just trying to get back home.
Yeah.
Just needed to get back to Careless Kid. So the hooks come up on the side of the deck. And you guys are all sort of gathered. You guys are all tied to sort of the top center area. You've all tied your ropes to the masts themselves, and so staying away from the edges as the boat rolled and maneuvered in the storm.
Yeah, you lashed yourself to the
The
wheel.
boat's still rocking, but not too bad. Ra, you feel this horrible feeling in your gut.
I'm gonna shit my pants, guys.
As the hooks are coming on board, you start to feel like maybe you're preparing for some sort of battle, but then you realize that something is super unsettling you. You start to feel flush and faint, just like a bag of withered leaves. And you're suffering from 1 point of exhaustion.
So does that mean you just
That's
she rolls
disadvantage on
disadvantage?
skill checks.
1 point of exhaustion.
I'll look
My
it up.
computer
Oh.
stuff is going. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's okay. We got cell phones.
I got a
Great.
computer.
Oh, I got a computer.
Here it is. Disadvantage on ability checks. Yep, it's right here on my DM screen.
Oh,
Hello.
how convenient.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
this
I
screen
thought you
exists.
didn't have a computer.
I don't.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
his
the
computer.
inside note's got a
It's
bunch of
yeah.
the
It's
shit
a
you
screen.
might need.
Yeah, it's not just
Like
a screen.
common
It's also
DM
yeah, little
need
things
to know.
like
Cliff
1 point of
notes.
exhaustion.
Oh yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, so when the hooks start go taut, you start feeling the boat like move in a certain direction, and the sound of the bell is growing closer and closer. The clouds themselves are starting to clear up just a little bit, and you can see that the sun is like, you know, not all the way directly above you, but you know, just off in the middle of the sky.
Is it east or south?
Is it what?
I said, is it northeast or southwest or?
You have no idea. You were so turned around, and right now you're nauseous. You can't poop and you can't diarrhea, but you just got this
But you want
horrible
to.
feeling
I'm
in
just
your
gonna
stomach.
what if I'm feeling the way I'm feeling and it's terrible, so I just jam my finger down my throat. And I'm just like,
Oh my gosh.
Vomit all over
What
the wheel.
little half
Make a
orc
survival
has.
check.
It's a whole
which do I roll for that?
belly full
A
of
D20.
fishy
D20
people
for,
soup.
for at a disadvantage.
At a disadvantage, but is it a what?
You're gonna have to roll.
Survival.
You're gonna have to roll higher than a 10 to be able to vomit.
So if you roll it at disadvantage, you gotta roll again.
Roll it
And
good.
take the
Because you're
lowest.
exhausted,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
I know. Roll 17.
14.
Okay. Is it survival check?
Yeah. 19.
19. All right, you successfully vomit all over the deck as the boat's kind of rolling.
Roll for vomit.
It's not rolling as much because these hooks have gone taut, and it spills out across the deck at the feet of your companions.
Did you
Wow,
see what
dude.
those enemies did?
Just
Oh, is
as the clouds part and they burn through the clouds, it kind of steams up the vomit as like water
It was supposed to be.
and vomit vapor are steaming up off the deck.
What did
The
you
sun
eat?
seems to hit you
Shark
hot.
poop. Fish poop.
So it's a nice day, just a bit
It was.
foggy.
I thought it was shark and more.
Yeah, the clouds have parted. The
Okay,
shroud,
so you
like,
still think
fog
it's
is the
shark,
shroud.
though, right?
Okay.
Okay.
But all I
Um,
know is my stomach was upset, so I had to expel.
And as you guys
Do I feel better?
smell the puke steaming up,
Do I feel better?
God damn it.
a little bit, but you're still suffering from a
Alright.
point of exhaustion.
Yeah. I didn't expect that to go away. I just meant like, do I just make
Like
it go
slightly
away?
better, yeah. Still
You'll
a little
still
rumbly in the
smell it,
tummy,
but
but like
can
you
you
feel like
make it
relieved
stop?
for like a few seconds, and then you start
Make
to
it
feel
smell
an
like what
ache.
happened.
Yeah, get that shit out.
You guys are hearing row, row.
Okay, I'm gonna go over the edge and check
In
this
like
out.
common,
I wanna go
like
to
we
the.
can understand this.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
That's
wanna
good.
go to
So
the
it's
side.
not fish people.
I want to go to the side where I hear the bell and kind of look off the edge. See what's up.
I'm gonna
you go
yell
over
to
the-
you to see if
So
you
the
can
bell
see
seems to be coming from the bow of the boat.
Yep. Okay. Bow
But
of
you
our
can't
boat.
see, you can only hear it. The shroud is blocking the vision that you have that far
Okay.
out in front of the boat. You look over the edge and you look down and you see 4 rowboats you're looking on one side. You see 2 rowboats and inside it you see 3 rowers in each of the boats. They're just like small little dinghies and
Do they look like people? Like
so
humanoid?
you see these small like humanoid creatures. They've got this like shimmering bluish greenish skin. They look extremely fit. They as they're rolling back and you inspect further, you can see like their hair glistening in the sun. They look up as you're looking down. One of them comes up, looks up from it, or lets go of one of his oars and is like, "Hey there!" Grabs his oar again and keeps rowing. Row, row. You can see like they have sort of scaly skin, but like it's normal skin, but it has this shimmer of scales, and it looks like there's some weird cuts underneath the breasts of the rowers.
Gilly gills.
More fish boys.
I'm gonna be like, what are you
Friendly
doing?
fish boys.
What are you doing?
Mom.
They're so immersive.
What are you doing?
Is it safe to assume we can all hear these people out there? when
You
they're
all
like-
hear them saying row, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'll go to
I'm
the
sure you heard the hello there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over
Down
to the
there.
side and look down and wave at them. I assume I saw them wave at Banana.
Yeah, you did. And you see them down there. They look pretty concentrated. That was the first person they heard run over to the deck.
Yeah.
They're not paying much mind to you.
Oh.
As you look over, they did hear you run over, and one of them looks up and nods in recognition. As the person in the lead boat is like, row, row. The ropes are going taut. One of them
Like they're
is
trying to
having a
tell
conversation with Banana, just a mild conversation, like, just like a short little conversation about like, we're here to bring you in.
I was just gonna say.
We see you
can I
got caught in
roll
a storm,
insight
blah,
for
blah,
that,
blah.
but if they're telling us what they're doing, then I'm just gonna believe them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you overhear the conversation with Banana. They're telling her that they're just bringing him in. Don't worry, just be patient. We saw that you got stuck in a storm, and that happens frequently around this area. So
I guess I'm just gonna turn around to everyone else and give them the thumbs up.
right, as you turn around to everyone else and give them the thumbs up, you see your companion excitedly running up to the last few steps of the top deck, and he comes up and he slips a little bit on Raw's puke, rights himself. He looks super excited and he runs over to the edge. He leans over between you and Banana. He's looking down. He's like, "Hey there! Hey! Oh my god!" He pauses for a second. He stops. He like straightens out his posture. He pulls a knife out of his hilt, jumps down to one of the rowboats, gets on the middle row and starts stabbing him in the neck and chest. And underneath the breast where you see those like weird cut things, he just sticks his dagger, and the other two rowers stop and they grab him. The front rower goes, "Halt!" And they grab him, and like one of them holds him back, the other one disarms him, takes the dagger out of his hand, and then as he's holding him in a headlock, they try to like put pressure on the wounds of this guy that's bleeding, and his blood that's sort of this reddish greenish just pours out, muddying into a brown at the bottom of the boat, and you see the shimmers on his scaly
How far
sin
away
just
is
like
it to get down there? Oh, I don't even have to get down there. I can cast Healing Word from
Dude.
a distance.
It's better than us though, because if that happened to somebody on our ship, we would have like just fucking slit the throat of the person that stabbed our crew member, like for sure. Like that, no question.
He doesn't look dead. I'm just gonna cast.
yeah,
Healing
he looks
Word.
like the life is
Yeah.
leaving him.
I'm gonna
His
cast
the shimmer
Healing
to his
Word.
scale. There's blood gushing out of the severed aorta in his neck that's completely split open. There's
Oh,
blood
Jesus.
gushing out
This was
from
our
the chest where his heart is,
prison guy.
and all of the color has
he
left his
stabbed
body.
one of
Yeah, yeah, our prison guy.
I don't think that casting any kind of magical
Not ours.
spell on him
Like it's
at
a little
this
late
point
at this. Well,
is
but
gonna do anything.
short of revivify.
Yes. It looks like he
Do you have
is
that?
beyond repair.
Yes, save for malarkey though. Black back. Evil, evil, evil.
So the guy in the front boat yells, "Halt!" And they all stop rowing, and the guy that has your companion in a headlock slowly puts him to sleep. And you hear them having a very frantic conversation down there, whispers.
I'm gonna yell down.
They're pointing up at you, they're
Yeah.
pointing down at him.
I'm gonna yell
They
down
take
and be
the
like,
dead
"We don't
body,
know
they
this
write it.
dude. We don't
He's
know
not
that
part
guy."
of our crew.
They're
He's
still-
not part of our crew.
They're still whispering at each
Damn
other.
stowaway got
I
out.
saw this asshole before.
That was
They
our
look up at you.
prisoner.
We're like,
Yeah,
can we like show them we're like trying to magically bring their person back to life, but we can't.
What are you doing? Are you just holding your hands over the boat and going like this?
I could
Yes.
try and cast.
Okay.
I could try and cast.
pretend Baldric.
What's it called? I could cast a real spell. If he's dead, it's not gonna cost me
Setting my
anything.
orc
The
vibes.
spare
Alright.
to dying. I don't think it's a touch. Let me check.
Is it a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, it is a touch. I'm gonna jump into the boat.
And we're all yelling like, "Goddamn
You're
prisoner
gonna jump
got
down
out."
into the boat where one of these.
They're gonna put
You're
you
well,
Yeah,
you're tied to a
one of
rope and you didn't specify, so you ain't
Alright.
going nowhere.
I'm probably not jumping.
You-
Yeah, I'm gonna try and then remind myself that I'm tied to the boat and I can't jump off the boat.
So you start to attempt. You go off the boat. You feel the rope tugging on your back, and you're like,
Right.
Can you just untie yourself?
I could. But this is all happening like right now.
Don't
Yeah,
do it.
this
Just
is all
untie yourself
happening right- you
immediately.
can.
Be like, you noticed
I'm
you're
gonna
tying
cast
yourself.
level 1 healing word.
okay.
Just on the dying guy.
Can you read me that spell really quick?
I can hand it to you if you want.
While he's doing that,
Okay.
I'm untying myself so that I can go untie Baldric so that he can go do his shit.
A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Okay.
It's 9. If it does anything.
Okay. You do see like a little bit of the life return into his body for a second. His eyes open, which had rolled back into his head. He takes a deep breath, and as he does, he chokes up on blood that starts coming out his mouth, and it just, where it slowed a little bit, it just comes gushing right back out, and he fades back into
I
Just-
wanna-
skin
Do I
turning
need
Did
to-
I successfully?
White.
Do I need
Whitish,
to do
blackish
a
color.
medical check to know that he's beyond saving, or
I don't think so. I feel like you already knew what you were doing
I'm
was
a
performative.
doctor. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I want to
From
go
what
over
you
to
told
the
me before about him, yeah.
Say some words. I want to go over to the edge of the boat and call down to the boat where one person was just stabbed and give my condolences. And I'm so sorry for that. This was our prisoner.
So you're
He's
shouting
a
this
stowaway.
overboard?
Yes.
What exactly are you shouting?
I'm it's gonna sound so disingenuous at the top of my lungs, like, I'm so sorry for your loss! Yeah. This was a stowaway! He got loose!
That's technically true.
They look up at you. They saw like the sort of healing thing.
We were attacked by fish people.
They look up at you and continue to whisper amongst themselves. You see the person standing on the front of the rowboat that was commanding them to row, just standing there, arms crossed, face stern, waiting for them to talk amongst themselves. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Wanna ask if it's
Oh, I gotta burn that spell.
okay. If there's nothing there, is it just your charisma?
Yep.
Okay. 22.
22. They finished whispering amongst themselves, and they go. One of the guys goes up to the guy in the lead boat that's standing there, arms crossed, and he whispers in his ear. He looks up at you guys with sort of like a iffy glance.
I'm gonna pull a necklace
goes-
out.
He goes, row! And the rest of them that are continue rowing. You feel the other side. You feel the hooks become taut again, and the boat starts pulling again. They start rowing again.
I also don't know where. Hey, Matt, can we roll Navigator to see what direction they're pulling us? Is this some information that I could get somehow?
You can try and use your
Gods.
navigator tools to
I'm also asking.
see what the hell's going on.
If it gets too
What
weird, I'll
direction
just
are we
blow the boats
going?
up.
Yeah.
What do I use for? Is it for direction? Am I gonna use the d20?
Yeah, it's a skill.
Oh wait.
Right, so it'd just be like any profession tool, except without the profession.
Navigator's tools?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got compass, map, sunstone. You don't fully know how to work them all, but that's what
Okay.
you're working on.
So straight roll, or is it a?
Yeah, it's a straight roll.
For what? Then?
At disadvantage. Sorry.
Yeah, just a d20.
And
Yeah,
Roll
it's-
twice, take the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay. 17? No.
One.
I'm sorry, guy. I hope my proficiency increases.
So as far as you can tell,
We're in the ocean.
you're traveling.
because she's new.
Yes,
That's
we all have
okay.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
I think.
she's like.
But
You're
every
traveling-
time I fail, my
You're
proficiency
traveling
grows.
straight west,
And I
so you
failed a lot.
suppose that the sun must be setting
Oh my God.
rather than rising, and that's about all you could glean from your navigator skills.
Guys, I think it's
I'll
gonna
hear
be
that.
night soon. The sun just did something really weird.
Where is the sun?
Definitely.
Where can I? Okay, Wyla wants to. Can I see the sun through the
Okay.
clouds?
I want to go
You're
down
the-
to a lower deck and look out one of the
Because then it would be obvious.
One
The
of
sun sets in a
the- what the hell
direction,
are they
then
called?
it's
The
like,
rowing
where are they
poles.
pulling us?
and I want to see if I like recognize their any of their like wooden craftsmanship or anything. See if I can figure out who the fuck they are. You know.
Okay. Yeah, so you go down
Then
to
I'd
the lower
like to
deck.
ask.
You hear and see them rowing. Those of you that are on deck, because of the Green Lantern parting the shroud, you start to see what looks like it might be some sort of beach popping out through the shroud ahead.
A beach or
you
a
s-
port?
It appears to be a beach
Okay.
so far. You look through the portholes and you look down on the boat and you see these very finely crafted boats. They've got sort of like a teal and gold inlay across the trim of the boat, and coming off of the top seems to be the bust of what looks like a female humanoid with weird big fish ears and what looks like some sort of sailor's hat on her head, carved ornamentally into the front, and it is
Right.
also infused with like the teal and gold lacings that
Do
are
I-
They
along
look
the
like
trim.
the people we just got in a fight with.
Do I recognize this kind of? Have I seen this style of craftsmanship before? Do I like know?
You've not, but you've heard legends of it through the guild that you're a part of. There's legends of some sort of seafaring race that's very rarely seen on mainland called
Okay.
the Squall,
Okay.
and the Squall have a very renowned style. It's not necessarily the most efficient, it's not necessarily in the playbook, but when they do when one of their vessels ends up washing ashore from some sort of shipwreck or something, it's very obvious that they spend a lot of time with very luscious, ornate woodwork.
Okay.
But
Uh,
not super
so you-
strong.
It's not necessarily the best engineering that the land has seen, but it is definitely the most beautiful woodwork
They fancy.
that people
Bespoke.
put into boats. People have tried to come to the island as far as legend goes. They don't seem to come back. And so anyone who's gone to learn the craft has stayed. And so the craft has never been brought to the mainland. And usually it seems whoever's coming to the mainland doesn't stay long. They might be on mainland for like a week, maybe 2. But according to legend, you do get the idea that this could be this weird squall race that you've
Okay.
heard
I'm
about.
gonna go upstairs and relay that information.
And I'm gonna holler down to the people in the boat and be like, "Hey, where are you taking us?"
They look a little kind of like rigid, not as welcoming as they did before. They look up at you and they whisper to you in a second. Careless K, who's asking?
Oh, Baldric, hi.
Waves.
Baldric, they start whispering amongst themselves again. One of their eyebrows kind of perks up, and you hear in the whispers something, Order of the Mask, something.
Shit, they know who we are.
What?
Baldric, we haven't heard that you kept such company in your order.
Yeah, we just met that guy. He was in a cage a couple of days ago.
I can't hear you.
Oh, he was in a cage a couple of days ago? He's super weird. I'm not even sure what his name is.
Well, he's never been welcome here. Can't say we're glad you brought him back, but we do have people that are waiting to see you. Welcome to Careless K.
Oh, thanks. I'm sure it's fine.
What
Did
kind of
you tell
people?
them the
Do
name
they
of
have
our
all their
boat?
arms?
No, it's written across the back in giant black letters and nobody but me knows.
What's written?
I said, did you
Name
tell
of
the
our
name of
boat.
the boat?
Oh.
Careless Whisper.
In
We're
giant
Careless
black
Gang.
letters.
Careless.
One of the rowers looks up, talks to you. We recognize this boat. Used to belong to a Captain Broad. That dragon on the front is a very unique feature of this boat. What happened to Captain Broad? Is he with you?
I assume he was eaten by the mimics that we found that used to own this boat.
It sounds like you keep rolling from unfortunate to unfortunate event.
Well, yeah, we're adventurers. That's kind of how we do.
How we roll, get it?
You see them kind of soften up, and they all kind of laugh a little bit. They're rowing, but they're starting to looks like their attitude
that's
is
good.
like leaning more in your favor than it was before.
All right.
Good job, Baldy.
Baldric's friendly.
Very.
Okay, I'm gonna gather up my stuff. I'm
Do we have-
assuming
I
we're.
feel less like we're being rowed into our death at this point, so.
You never.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Do
As
we
long
have
as
water
there's-
on this boat?
little bit of fresh water left.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
lost
drink
57%.
I'm
Or-
drinking that
Stop.
fresh
People
water.
wanna talk to
I
us.
vomited everywhere. I ate bad food. I'm drinking the water.
All right, you drink the last of the fresh water. You've got this water skin that's like 1/3 full, and you're just like, fuck my companion. Go, go, go.
And
You
if
can
anybody
try to
has any
find
good,
Classic raw style crushing it as if it was.
I still have a
berries.
water skin.
if
I
anybody
never
has any
seen-
good
I would like to
berries,
rage
So
drink.
selfish.
does anybody have any good berries that I can eat? I probably need one.
Captain's getting demanding.
Are you dying?
Cough up your.
I'm not dying, but like I'm poisoned.
Having
I
gastrointestinal distress.
You don't think
I don't know anything
I will
about
make you
that.
some, but it's not gonna cure your
Can we heal her?
exhaustion or anything.
I don't
Can you
think I
make me feel
prepared
better?
anything that would make you feel better. Let me check.
So I do have a question for Captain.
Oh fuck, I definitely do.
And first me.
Wow.
Yes.
Aldrin.
Blinded, deaf, and paralyzed, poisoned.
Are
Would you call it
we
poisoned?
thinking about
Is she
exploring?
poisoned?
The condition that she's in?
Yes. Or sickened. It's like
Because I kind of
they're
Like
different,
food-
and
like
I can only
food
do one
poisoning,
of
Yeah. Which is both.
I think we're going to like stop and explore where we're gonna see where the hell they're
Okay,
taking.
because I do want to do maybe a ritual or two in
Yeah,
case
we've
we
got
enter a
time.
fight soon. At some point.
Yeah, we
There
should-
might be
we-
enough time to do that before
think
they
there's-
pull us to shore.
I think there's time for you to do a ritual.
Okay, I'm gonna do a ritual.
I'm gonna make some good
Time for you to do a
berries.
ritual.
Cause like we're gonna chill. We're gonna like.
A ritual's like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna-
it's a
we're gonna-
10-minute cast.
So like while we explore and
You could
get off
start
the
it
boat and
now
talk to
and
these
just
guys.
see where we're at.
Should
When
we
you
do a
ritual cast, it
I'm
does
gonna-
not burn a spell slot, so.
Yeah, that's why I
I'm
wanted to do
gonna
it before
make
we get into
good
the
berries.
fight. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
And I
Alright.
want to give Ra like 5 of them and see if that helps her. And
Do
I'm
the
gonna hold on to 5.
Yeah, I'll cast
Chubby bunny.
lesser restoration on her too and cure her of blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poisoned. So that cures all of those.
Okay.
I think I can do both of my ritual. Do we have 20 minutes on the boat?
No, you see shore approaching.
Okay.
It seems like you probably have like 5, maybe 10 if you're gathering your belongings. Or
If we all take
ask
a
them
really
for
long
10
time
minutes.
to get off the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, usually
Um,
tying off to
Did,
a
no,
dock
I
and
didn't say.
what you do actually see appearing is you're casting your ritual spell. The island starts to shape out, and you see it kind of like wrapping around you. You see this beautiful shoreline. Those of you that are not casting rituals or otherwise doing things, you see this beautiful shoreline. You see a sandy beach, and you see this long singular dock protruding from it. And as the shroud kind of like unfolds before you, you see sort of ramshackle housing, this hill that goes up to the top that looks like it has a few points of interest. And then to your left you see this river that seems to cut through this canyon in the middle of the island. And then to the left, on the top of that canyon, cascading down the other side, you see these gigantic fields of what appears to be vine-like things growing up these large wooden shafts, and there's just rows and rows all the way down. As you guys get closer and you finish up your ritual casting, the rowers bring you to the dock and turn your boat so that it's sort of sideways facing on the dock. The rest of the boats row away. One of them climbs a ladder up on the dock, grabs some ropes, throws them on the cleats of your boat, and ties you off to the dock.
The remaining plates.
Yeah, it's just one of the rowers is left, and he's there just kind of like making sure everything's tight and snug. And as you pull into shore, you see that the dock itself opens up to this sort of ramshackle, what looks like a marketplace. It's old, looks like beechwood. I mean, it's faded, kind of falling apart here and there. A few like, what do you call those canvas tops on top of the market? A few awnings that are kind of like holy and faded. You see a lot of people like in a very relaxed state, milling about on the dock. You see a kid fishing on one end of the dock. You see people walking about. As your arrival has created somewhat of a bustle. There's people that don't want to be staring, but definitely more people than would be talking to the shabby marketplace that is set up. All in all, the place that you've arrived doesn't seem very large at all. It looks like, you know, you could walk across the place in a matter of 30 minutes.
Okay, so like there's a little market and some buildings beyond.
Yeah, and two hills. Like really the big features of the landscape is like these two. It's almost like the K is just one hill and a river that cuts down the middle. It seems like it might go to the other side, and then another hill, or rather a plateau that kind of comes up to a few points of interest on the
Okay.
map there.
What was the name of that guild that you said?
Squall.
Oh, not a guild.
It's not the guild. I
No.
just recognize that
Through
it
her
is
guild.
Squall
okay.
woodworking. I was trying to recognize the woodworking to identify them. Okay, this guy, I'm not saying anything out loud. Talking to them.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
This
The guy that's
guy-
tying off the boat
Privately.
and prepping everything is just kind of in the background. Guy, you would assume he actually looks kind of sexually ambiguous. Long, beautiful black hair, and naked from the top to the waist, just sort of like almost loinclothy, but really sturdy, moist boots from hopping out of the rowboat. And they're very tall, very beautiful,
Also
very
fishy?
fit, and they move with a sort of grace that tells you that they've been doing this sort of thing routinely for a very, very long
Are
time.
these all the people here all similar in like the fishiness to them, or was it just
Not all of them, but
Okay.
a lot of them
Okay.
seem to be. I'd say more than half
Okay.
have that same appearance. The other people you see have look like, you know, the more familiar humanoid races. It looks like maybe there's types of elves, even some types of humans
Yeah.
in the mix.
Okay.
No short people, sorry, Paul.
Yeah, no dwarves.
So
No,
guys-
there's never dwarves.
Guys, are we looking for the guy with the eye patch here?
Yeah. I think that's why we came here.
Yeah, we came here.
No armed guy, one armed
It's been a
eye patch
minute,
guy.
but I'm pretty sure that's why we're here, is to
King
find
Cat.
that guy, to find
King
I
Cat.
thought we were
Okay.
looking for the guy with the weird
To bring him back.
we need to
Oh, you have the thing.
Sort of.
yeah, I can just suck his soul right up into the stick.
I thought we were looking for the
King
arm
Cat.
guy.
I thought.
Yes.
Ginket. Yeah.
Here?
I don't know, I think I pronounced it weird. It's Nickit.
What?
It's what?
We'll just give him a name.
Ginket.
Nick and Night.
Ginkit,
Nick
Nickit,
at night.
I
Nickit.
saw King Cat.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird one to pronounce.
King Cat. Weird, tall, decaying left arm. That guy?
Yeah.
Eye
Yeah.
patch.
Eye patch has undead with him. Is on the east of the island.
What's his
In
name?
Beaver's Bay.
Nick at Night.
Ginkit, Nickit.
Good
Nick
note.
and Nick.
And we,
Nick
I
at
think
night.
there's like
Wait,
a
he's
sort of,
in Beaver's Bay or he's in
He's-
Careless Bay?
it says east of the island, Beaver's Bay. But I don't know, is that the guy we're looking for with the bad arm?
Yes.
It says
Yeah.
east of the island
But-
in Beaver's Bay.
Do we have all his maps?
We have some maps.
And
Yeah,
something about a
ask
sword
the-
of Cass and a book I shall not name.
Yes.
Um,
So I'm gonna ask the dock hands, the guy that's tying us up, and be like, they said that there was somebody here waiting for us.
Yeah.
He finishes up the knot that he's tying and checking it. He doesn't look up from his work. Ah, yes. As a matter of fact, and he flips his long hair back, and salt water sprays onto your face, and his skin shimmers in the sunlight as he's
Stings
going at
like
his work.
up here.
You feel almost like, not necessarily like an attraction, but almost like a magnetism towards him as you watch him work in this manner. And he says, as a matter of fact, Carrie the Careless herself has been expecting you.
Careless
Huh?
the careless.
Carrie.
Carrie the Careless.
Carry the careless.
Who's the king yet?
Wait, so then I have something
settle on a pronouncement here.
Yeah.
G-N-I-K-E-H-T.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, I spelled it like ging, like G-I-N-G-G-E-T.
I know that. I never
Wait,
gave you
what?
guys a spelling because no one asked for it.
Hold
G-
on.
But
G-
ging, get.
Yeah, G-N-I-K-E-H-T.
G-I-N.
No, G-N-I-K-E-H-T.
G-N-I-K-E-H-T.
Nick it.
Nick it.
Nick it.
Nick it.
Nick-cat.
Okay,
Nick-cat.
because I spelled
Oh,
it, because
yeah,
like I was
that's
just
better.
going through my
Nick-cat?
notes trying to
Yeah.
find it, and I wrote ging, like ging.
I know I pronounce it Ginkit, but that's because I'm dyslexic and I mix letters up sometimes.
Nick-cat. Nick-cat.
Yeah.
Nick
It looks like.
And then you said Carrie the Careless is doing what now?
Oh, are you talking to the guy?
No, sorry. Baldrick. What's
Oh.
Carrie the Careless doing?
Carrie the Careless wants to see us.
Okay. No, I am in plow pose doing my ritual. My legs
And
are
I
over
would-
my head.
I would say at this
And
point
I'm
you're
bouncing
finishing
my
up.
legs and I'm going, "Goody bark, goody bark, goody bark, goody bark, goody bark, goody
It's
bark."
a weird.
But I keep getting really distracted by the super hot androgynous dude, and I'm like, "Blur, goody blur, goody."
And I would say, he notices, and also you can tell from the way he's looking at you that this is a very common reaction to him. And
What you're doing is a common
reaction?
Most people salutate
I am
to
doing
the
a
sun.
ritual right now, Queen. Okay?
and I would say at this point your ritual is closing. So
Okay.
whatever it was that you were doing, what were you doing with your ritual? What were you casting?
I'm finding a familiar.
Finding a familiar. Oh, interesting. Okay, so can you read that spell to me?
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing.
With your legs behind your head, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This spell creates an invisible,
That's how druids do
mindless,
things,
shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at my command for an hour. The servant springs into existence. Within range, has an AC of 10, 1 hit point, strength of 2, and it cannot attack.
So it's an amorphous
Is
blob
it-
that you
Is it
command.
unseen servant?
No, this is.
Well, I think she.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one.
Yeah, that's
Disregard.
unseen.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes in animal form. You choose bat, cab, crog, toad, whatever you want. Appearing in an unoccupied space, the familiar has the statistics of the chosen form of that animal.
Okay.
It could also be a celestial
Sometimes,
fey or
what I
fiend
remember.
inside of the beast.
Feed
Okay.
it.
And I have
And
a
it
roar.
acts independently of me, but of my command.
So I'm guessing a spider.
In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn. Blah blah. It goes on and on for like
That's
5 more
fine.
paragraphs.
Yeah, we don't need all that. Can you describe what you're summoning?
Animal? What did I just summon, Dial?
I imagine it would be somewhat related to
the area.
the hottie that is tying things off. That you were staring at it playing with like,
That's true. Well, maybe it depends on how well you
You're
roll. Yeah.
Yeah, seahorse.
A really, really hot
Minotaur.
Yes, I think I'm going to summon
No, sorry, not a minotaur.
A
What's the
minotaur.
no? What's the thing that's the half
Thumbelina size.
half
I'm
horse?
going
half-
to summon a
Minotaur.
rain
That's
fae.
what I meant.
a what?
A rain fae.
Ring fae?
Rain
Rain.
fae.
What the fuck you talking about?
Oh,
She's
Blue
just
fairy.
really wet and slippery.
Slippery fairy, please.
Super
Serve me
shiny.
one.
Alright.
Wet, slippery, super shiny rain fae.
Yeah. Her name will be Nymphadora.
Oh, of course.
I don't know. I know.
Well, I wrote it down,
It
so
is now.
it is now.
Too late.
Wet, slippery, nymphadora. Alright.
Sweet.
You
What
summoned
slippery
a rain
nympho?
fae.
What is the
Let's go.
duration that this
1
companion is?
1 hour and 10 minutes. You want me to put a timer?
An hour and 10 minutes?
No,
No,
It's-
time moves
it's-
differently in game.
no. It's the same as like the wizard one. When you summon familiar, it's there until it's just your familiar now.
Wow, so
Oh.
No, this
Yeah.
is the. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Would
what.
you-
That's
Oh,
what
it's like
it says.
Find Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, the duration
okay.
is instantaneous.
So is this gonna be her
So-
new thing
While your
forever until
familiar
it
is
dies?
within 100
Or
feet
she
of me-
dismisses it. Yeah.
No, yeah. So it says when the familiar drops to 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving
Okay, so
behind
it's around until it dies. So
leaving
Yeah.
behind
Or you
no
banish
visual
it.
form.
Or you dismiss it.
So as you're talking to
Oh my
this guy,
I can dismiss it.
you all see this teeny little bluish blob that is this forming in the air, and it looks like a piece of the ocean came out, and then it's spinning round and round and round, and then it like pops, and you just see like this rainbow of colors shoot out in these wet drops, just, and you hear a little.
And everyone gets splashes by a little rain. Everybody got a little rain.
So
on
good
them.
to be alive. And
Biting a little bit off.
welcome Ray and Faye. I mean, welcome
Nymphadora.
Nymphadora. I wrote Nymphora.
I wrote Nymphadora.
Don't call me.
I wrote Nymphadora because I wrote it as you said it.
She looks at you. Are you my master?
Indeed, I am.
Ah, it's so nice
Calm
to be
yourself.
controlled.
We're all excited by him. It's okay.
Wow.
I can't stop doing this. I was distracted during my ritual.
So the guy finishes checking all his knots. He takes his foot off the boat, places it firmly on the deck, throws his hand out to Baldric, and he's like, Evelyn Skyreach,
Evelyn Skyreach, Baldric,
nice to meet you.
Dr. Baldric, MD.
Dr. Baldric, MD. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Evelyn, what? Skylink?
You
Evelyn Skylink.
you definitely exceed your reputation of friendliness, and I have to say, despite our incident earlier, we are excited to have you here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we really didn't know that guy very well, and he was super nice after he was crazy, and then
I'm gonna say, you
the
can do whatever
stabbing
you
seemed
want with it.
slightly out of character.
Meeting you now, it makes much more sense.
Yep.
And we know him very well.
Oh,
And so
should we have left
he's
him in the
being
cage?
taken care of.
Actually, we did leave him in the cage,
He's a bit of a wild card, and it's actually better that he's back here in our care.
so that you don't have to wonder where he is.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Exactly.
Can I like sense if these people are racist towards Dragonborn?
Insight.
Always looking out.
So
Yeah, do an insight check.
Because the other town, they didn't like me. Definitely stood out.
Okay. Like, maybe I can smell mushrooms. I mean, that's like, it's definitely cooking natural stuff. I just smell coffee and then 15.
Oh, 15. I think you said 8:15. I was like, no, that's
super
impossible.
hot.
Yeah, you win the game. Over. You can't tell if it's just the fact that he's elated to see all of you and see the legends in person, or if he just doesn't care at all that you're Dragonborn, but he doesn't seem to have any sort of grudge as
Okay,
he
cool.
addresses you, other than the minor setback of the frazzling situation earlier.
Cool.
If you'd like, I can show you about town. Carrie herself is preparing to see you guys, and so you'll have a chance to see everything about. Not much to see. Gotta say, we are a very relaxed town.
Oh, that's
Um,
fine. Yeah, this is really nice. This is the first town that isn't on fire that we've been to for a really long
That's
time.
because no one can reach us.
Oh, perfect.
Unfortunately, the Shroud has been a big problem for business. Normally, we have plenty of cash flow and nothing to worry about.
How long has this
We just
shroud?
have two things that are very hard standards to follow.
Okay.
Guests seem to always have a hard time with it, and they never succeed in trying to subvert them anyways.
We will
but
try
I will
our
tell
best
you
not
outright.
to burn down the bar.
One, our ale is blue. Our slogan is why is it blue? The answer, you don't get to know. Two, don't stay too long unless you plan on staying forever.
Why is it at blue?
Their ale is blue.
Why is it blue?
The
The
slogan,
slogan
is why is it blue?
We will
Oh my
never
God.
find out why it's blue.
Why is what blue?
The ale.
The ale. Their major export is ale.
Beer.
It's about to be exported to our boat.
Ooh.
Yes,
gotta
in
repair
fact, Dragonborn, our main export is ale. we've actually become a very rich town through our liquor and blue ale.
Are you guys?
It is expensive as hell and rare yet famous across Fallcrest. It is the finest you will find in all the land. It gives a sense of calm. It makes your ambitions and fears melt away.
I would love to try that.
Much is the effect of the island,
Malarkey.
which brings me to the part two.
Ambitions
I wanna
and
try
So,
prayers.
part one are liquor and ale. They're the cheapest here than you'll get it anywhere else.
Are they both blue?
Extremely expensive. The liquor is not blue, only the ale. It is our main export, and we're all very heavy drinkers. Drunk right now, in fact. And
Fantastic.
Those are my people.
Our
this place has a
captain's so
very
drunk.
relaxed attitude as
On the
such.
deck.
We don't appreciate any trouble here, but we do know how to deal with it.
That's good.
Coming to the second part, there is something about this island. We don't know exactly what it is. We imagine it may be the pollen from the hops. It may be the fauna, the flora. It could be the water. Or it could just be the relaxing, wonderful, fertile soil that grows underneath this beautiful sunshine. Either way, if you stay too long, people have a tendency to never leave. And if they do, they always come back. So whatever it is your business, you should probably be in and on your way.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you guys?
Okie dokie.
I'm feeling so chill, guys. Can we go get some drinks?
No. We need information
I got 50
first.
gold. How much is one drink of this liquor?
I'm for sure down for a drink.
Maybe we should find out how long it takes approximately for someone to go cuckoo before
Oh, I bet he
I'm
knows.
addressing them because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
come
how
on,
long
before
is-
you
how
let
long is
loose.
it?
I
Too
want to
long.
know that first.
How long
too.
is too long?
How long is too long? Well, seems to be different depending on your age and
Oh, shit,
size
very
and
old.
weight, sometimes gender, your race.
That's a really long way to say
Okay.
I don't know.
But somewhere within the realm between 3 to 7 days.
Alright, so
Okay.
we'll
Alright.
stay a night, maybe two.
Maybe do first night drinking that way that we just get that
Yeah,
over with
yeah.
and then do our business like first
Is
meet
there-
says.
Well, you said you'd take us on a tour, so I assume if there's an inn, you can show us where it is.
I would love to show you about town. I wouldn't have what we call an inn. But there definitely are hammocks that you can rent out on the shadier side of the beach.
Camp out.
You do have a boat, so
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could
And
sleep on
most
the
people
boat.
do stay on their boats.
I never thought I'd be on a boat.
Big blue watery roll, yes indeed.
I might trade.
Maybe we should pay for.
Oh,
Is there someone
Security?
that you know that could repair our ship while
Also-
before we go on our
Wait,
tour?
did it break?
are there mooring or
Yes,
docking
we have
fees we need to worry
excellent
about?
boat builders here. If you would like upgrades, or if you'd just like a basic
we
repair, I
just
can
basic
show you
repair.
who to talk to.
Upgrades or a basic
Just a
repair?
basic repair.
Let's-
Basic repair.
Yeah, we got ambushed
Let's
by
talk
these
upgrades.
green,
Son, you.
really, really angry
Maybe we
fish
should
people.
talk-
I'm sorry,
Get a
cannons
rate,
or
maybe
some
a rate.
anything
We
would be
could
nice.
get a rate for each and see if we
They're
can
more
afford
advanced
which one.
than anything else that we've gotten off of the mainland. Are you
I can
kidding?
tell you that if you solve our problem, your
Oh.
rates will probably go down.
Wait, what's
wait,
your
wait,
problem?
wait, problem.
We
Yeah, we don't
solve
need
problems.
Well, slow
wholesale.
down.
That's what we do.
All of this will be
Not like how we
revealed to
solve
you
it,
as you
we'll
talk
solve
to Carrie the Careless. In the moment now, I would love to give you a tour of the town.
Please
Let's,
do.
I think you
Alright.
And
really
since
need
it
to
hasn't
make
been brought up, it is customary for travelers to tip their tour guide.
Hang on,
Yeah,
hang
that
on.
seems
In
fair.
what?
Not
Alan?
required,
Alan?
of course, but always welcome.
Oh.
I
Hang on
assumed
here.
that there was at least a
Save
dock
our gold
fee or
for the
something,
ship.
so
Tip
absolutely.
him in something
You
else.
guys, here's the thing though, is like
I'll just
if
throw-
there's a problem and we want to solve it, I feel
Check
like,
out the
I feel like a
problems.
Disney
She's
Junior.
super
I'll
sorry.
solve it. Disney Junior TV show.
I was thinking Vanilla Ice.
So am I.
If there's a problem, we want to solve it.
Okay.
How long is that gonna take? Because
Before the DJ revolves in.
I'm
because
going
we can only be here for like a day.
Yeah.
so
or
wait,
3
a
days.
day?
3 days.
3
Like-
to 7.
3. I hear 3.
I would hear 3 too.
I
I'm
wouldn't
agreeing.
stay more than 2.
And then we can come
Mutiny.
back.
I mean,
so
like,
the
we-
captain's
I'm on
not carving out
vacation.
any day for drinking.
again, just saying.
We'll have to compile them into the same thing. So we'll drink and
got to
walk.
the best
All I'm
island
saying
ever, and
is-
you guys are like
Also-
champagne about leaving.
All I'm saying is I'd like to hear the problem now so we can start thinking about how to solve it.
He
so
said
that
he
we don't
didn't
get
want to
stuck.
give us the problem now.
Yeah, I know.
But I bet he could walk us past where the drinks are while
When-
we're on
I
our
know.
way.
When
So
did Carrie
let's
the
just go.
Careless want
wait,
to
I
meet
have
with us?
something.
Well, she was hoping to meet with you as soon as this evening, if that's not
Oh,
a drink.
that's
So that's
perfect.
fine,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, so we got
And
plenty of
it's-
time
and
to
we
tour
This
the
is
city.
the only
not
night
evening
you're
yet,
allowed to
that's
drink.
not evening, right?
Because that means we have their problem
Well,
to solve, our problem
seeing as
to
that the
solve.
sun
I'm
is-
a dwarf with
Yeah.
my
Seeing as the
That's
sun
pretty
is not too
perfect.
far past
One day
rising.
for partying, one day for their
Shouldn't
problem,
be
one day
long.
for our problem. Get the
Did you
shit
say
out.
past rising?
Oh yes, the
Breeze
sun is
pushing
just
us, but
past
I'm
rising, and we're
alright.
about to
I'm
hit
willing.
noon, and
Oh.
so
Try.
I think you should have plenty of time for shenanigans and day drinking
must
and
have gone
calmly
so
milling about our
far.
beautiful
The
keg.
sun rises on the other side here.
It's okay. People often get turned around in
Wait,
the
is
storm.
our
before
tour
we
guide
take them in.
going to stay with us for the duration of our tour?
I am
I
your
hope
tour
so.
guide, and
Okay,
if you would
great.
like me to show you around, I can do that to the capacity that you'd like. We get started, it'll be very short, and you can make your own decisions.
So let's throw some gold at
Fantastic.
it.
And he does want a tip though.
Yeah, let's throw
Evelyn.
some gold at it.
Is
Tips
this the
are
pretty-
not
no.
required at all. They're only
Desired.
desired. Thank you.
Give him a tip.
You also precede your reputation.
Tips come at the
Yeah. I have a magical
Tongue.
buck
Save-
plug that I'm sure
Save our money
whoever
for shit
you
for
may desire would greatly love, whether it's you or a partner. Since it seems you have many partners,
Oh, shit.
I would assume. Maybe.
I run this business myself.
Oh, I mean
and
sexual partners. This is a buck plug.
It's a
for the
druid
sexy
thing,
time.
don't worry about
I
it.
know that customs are unusual when you visit new places. Things like that are done differently here. Anyhow,
Okay.
if you could tell me what a buck plug is, I
It's
might tell
easier
you
if she
if it
shows
could
you.
be of value to it.
I will. Yes. Nymphadora. Nymphadora. Over here, baby girl. Hey, mama. You look
I
so
regret
wet
nothing.
right now.
Oh,
So slippery.
We need a demonstration.
Can you please demonstrate this beautiful acid-tipped buck plug to our tour guide?
Did you say acid
Yeah.
tip?
Are you ready?
I am not ready for live performance.
Okay, let me give you some smooches. Kiss your neck. I want to kiss your cheeks. I want to kiss
I don't know
your
about you
beautiful
guys, but I need a
mouth.
drink.
Lila's starting to get a little more on board. Maybe I pull a secret stash from somewhere. And I'm like, whoa.
I'm surprised Wyla doesn't have a flask of vodka. Oh my god.
Okay.
Just right in the
Are you
crowd.
ready?
how to
Okay.
Okay, you're just gonna turn around and look at that sun over there. Bend over nice and low. All right, and then boop, 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 and it's
So
done.
you're taking something that is made for the size of an average person's
Yeah.
butt,
But she's very wet and slippery.
and you're taking it and trying to ram it into a small
Just-
fake
oh no,
creature's
It's a butt plug, so it's it's like maybe like I don't know, like that big, because it's a buck plug.
Ooh, it's not. Oh, okay, it's tapered at the end. Alright,
It's a
that's good.
square
I
peg.
know. It's like yikes.
For the sake of all your ears, I'm not going to scream at the
And it
top
has
of my
a really
lungs, but
pretty-
that's exactly what you hear as you start trying to give this performance. And Evelyn Skyreach is like, oh, stop, enough. Please don't torture anything here at all, ever. We don't really condone torture devices or
But
perhaps
then she
sexual
comes. She's gonna
devices.
come. Wait, she's gonna.
I don't know where she's coming to, but if you all would come with me, now I would be happy to give you a tour of the town.
She was in a cage too
Yes.
when we met her.
Indeed, I see you love cage peoples, and cultural differences can come across as shocking. Please, follow me. He
We're
claps his
ready.
hands, turns around, his hair flips, and we're gonna take a
Was
break.
I?
I need another drink.
We're going to take a break and I haven't even dozed off yet.
That's
Aw, good
awesome.
work.
Drink your Red Bull now.
I noticed that.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I did
Yeah,
notice that.
Sam.
Very
Drink it
fun.
when you're not tired.
I could drink
Okay,
my other
so
beer.
my dad just texted
killing it.
Shut it.
Shenanigans.
All right, so y'all just impressed Evelyn Skyreach?
Yes,
That's a way
we're.
to put it.
What?
Yes. Your water was boiling forever. Then I poured it in there, but the tags fell in, and I'm sorry.
All right, so you all just impressed Evelyn Skyreach with your
Evelyn?
Evelyn.
with your breach of cultural norms,
I'm just using
Oh, yeah, that works.
and
We breached codes.
he
Cultural norms.
steps off into the dock, prompting you to follow, and
Evelyn Skyreach.
Evelyn Skyreach, and Malarkey stops at the back of the boat. And he's like, I'm gonna do some studying and some cooking and maybe keep an eye on the boat while you guys go do
Oh,
your
Wow.
thank God,
That's
we need
probably a
security
good
so
idea.
bad.
Well, great.
That's so
He's
out of
the
character.
perfect person to be security.
Currently.
Great. Well,
Today.
you guys have fun. He throws a hand up to wave at you, and the
And the
hand
hand,
just
like,
turns to sand and falls on the
I'm
deck.
gonna wave. Alright.
Land.
And then
See
a
you
wind
later.
blows.
Currently, he is drinking.
I'm gonna give him a
in
purple
safe
nipple.
place.
Hey, Dion.
Wow.
Get off.
Zach's not here. I'm totally
Um,
gonna give
Yeah,
his character
chapter music.
He goes,
15 points.
ow, Rod. Don't make me cast weird tentacles on you. If I had arms, I'd do it. And he walks away, and then as he walks down the stairs, you
I
see the
just
sand following behind him in this snake-like trail.
And I just am laughing as I walk away.
There's opium in the air here. Some shit.
Ooh.
Y'all are acting nuts.
So, as you guys walk down the dock, Evelyn in front of you has long hair falling down behind him. You can hear the wood of the dock clinking behind you.
We're trying to get the soundtracky stuff.
Oh, thank you.
I just put DZ Beach.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Because my phone died. That's awesome.
Problem.
So, you guys can hear the dock creaking below your feet, and you get this sense of levity as you walk closer and closer and off the dock into this small market. You can see people sort of whispering about you. The clouds are completely cleared, and the sun is coming down. The shroud seems to sort of have like a height limit, so you can actually see like the blue sky and a couple of wispy white clouds as the sun is rising up towards noon. It's getting really warm. And as you step off the dock and off to this sort of grassy sand, you feel this lightness beneath your feet. And the sand is not like this typical, like, small, grainy, annoying sand. It's like these large beads that are smooth, and the grass that's coming out from this so thick and prominent. And as you step onto the soft ground, you feel like the soil beneath your feet as the sand gives way to the dirt. And the soil is just squishy, and you step on it, you smell this earth smell like coming up into your noses, and everything about it is relaxing. Your pupils kind of dilate, and like you see the surroundings around you. The shacks look a little bit less like shacks and more like charming, humble abodes.
I like this place.
People are whispering and talking to you. Evelyn chimes in, looking more charming than ever as he turns around, and he's like, all right, so here we have our open market. This is where the regular tourists come from. Obviously, you guys are not regular tourists or merchants, but this is where the merchanting happens. There isn't a lot here. I mean, our main exports are liquor and ale, but you can get yourself, I mean, you got the fishmonger over there, and, you know, pretty self-explanatory. There's a couple knickknacks here and there. Gold has never been an issue until recently here. So, a lot of things are very expensive, very niche, because they're made from very high quality materials that we are able to trade. Oh, did you have a question?
I do have a question, Evelyn. Couple things. I heard fish and okay, I'm just wondering if there's food, and then also what are we talking about with they're expensive? Like I could make maybe a trade or something for
I
something.
think he was talking about potential discounts.
Well,
if
yes,
help
we
them
do
with
like
their
unusual
issues.
things, and
Okay.
it's hard to barter here because we're pretty well off with our the sale of our liquor and our ale. I mean,
Right.
What about the
We-
barter of save your skins? Whatever the hell.
well,
Yeah.
people are more enticed by interesting items here than they are by gold itself.
I see.
Plenty of
So,
Okay.
Like
You can pay the gold price for something, but it's likely to be lofty since they know they have the upper hand in the economy. But all the merchants here are
Okay.
very friendly and not extremely ambitious, as ambition isn't really a thing here. Welcome to Careless K. As you guys walk past the docks, you see a few merchants. It looks like people aren't really buying. They're just kind of pretending to buy and looking at you and whispering, gossiping. You hear little things like, "Ah, Zara, like, oh shit, did you hear about the Minotaur? Like, oh, I think that one was Thor.
I heard Minotaur
Wait,
and
that
my
one's-
heart just starts
That
like.
one's new. I don't recognize that one. Who's she? I don't know.
Going to a rage.
I know she is. That's obviously not the wizard. The wizard died. Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that
Oh my
my
Dragons.
growing baby is able
There's
to be
that dragon
seen.
person.
Oh, be seen.
Scratch
You hear these whispers, and you see Evelyn Skyhawk just kind of like giving them these stern looks, like shh, shh, shh. They're all kind of the murmurs kind of go away. Going through. As you walk off the docks, you start going up towards the top of one of the hills, and he's like, turns around, he's like, okay, so before you, we're heading up to the brewery. As we come up this hill, it's a very chill place. You're welcome to sample the blue ale. Why is it blue? And
Sample, aka no cost.
Oh, I
it's
like
not that steep of a climb, you'll actually be able to see the rest of the island from there. I'll point things out to you,
The
and
who
then you're
island?
on your own. The rest of the cave. You'll be able to
Oh.
observe the rest of the cave from the top of this hill, as it is the tallest hill here. So up we go. He takes you up this steep hill, and again, it's this very rich soil. Everywhere you go, it's super rich. The grass is super thick and green, but still soft beneath the feet. When you get to the top of the hill, you see that the only structure that doesn't look completely defunct is this gigantic, it almost looks like, I mean, I guess since you guys are Seattleites, you know, it almost looks like Gasworks Park with a warehouse attached to it. I mean, these huge cylindrical metal apparatuses, they seem to be in motion. There's a lot of commotion around it. Looks like there's a lot of cleaning going on. Then you see to your left this statue that seems to be made out of what you might describe as mostly sea trash. Maybe things that have washed ashore, but also mixed in with like all kinds of weird valuable items. It's not the most...
Like a pile of shipwreck.
Yeah, it looks like it's been built over many years. It looks like a pile of shipwreck. Yeah. And it's got that same... You recognize the face as the same like bust that you saw on the rowboats. And in one hand, this statue is holding up a tankard of ale, and the other hand, it's leaning on a sword, with long, thick, garbage hair, and a garbage hat, and everything is just made of garbage, with like one ruby inlet and an eye looking skyward, and it looks like the sun is at just the right point to be like reflecting straight down into the ruby. He stops and points, he turns around and once again he goes, alright, well, from here you can see our statue of Carrie the Careless. I guess normally these are the kind of things you'd see when someone is deceased, but she doesn't seem to decease. So, over here we have our brewery. Inside, you're welcome to sample the ale. If you look down, you see the river in the middle. Mostly people stay in cots or small shacks across the river. It's a nice, good source of for cleaning your clothes or doing whatever they do with seawater. And across the way, you see the next hill. Over on top of that hill is Carrie the Careless's quarters, and also the building next to it is where she takes care of all matters of town. She acts as sort of like a mayor, but she's really just respected and loved by everyone here. So I guess you would call it, if you would, a town hall. Down on the other side of that hill is a small faction of people who always think they want to get out of here but never do, and they call themselves the Pirates Guild. That's where your
I like that.
unfortunate friend probably hopped on a ship from. And most of the rest of what you see here is just residents, but on the other side of that hill is a very important do not enter place. Don't go there. Don't touch.
What's over
You
there?
can look.
What's
Is it to
Well,
the
as you
east?
can see,
yeah, what
and then you
cardinal
see.
direction?
Oh, so it's the side that you came in on. Yeah, as you can see, there's these large wooden stakes with those vines wrapped around them. And he explains to you those are our hops. The hops that we use
Gotcha.
to produce our ale. We've asked that no one goes near there. You can, or goes in there. You can go around and you can look. I don't know if slavery is a practice where you come from, but we do have slaves over there working on the hops, and I hope that's not too much for you to handle.
I mean, it's a little fucked up, but
Well, as I said, cultural differences, buck points and whatnot. Anyhow, on the other and on the side of the hill closer to us, you'll see our grains that we grow mostly to make our ale, but also we do sell grains on the dock down in the merchants part of town. And as you see towards the end of the river, if you're going, if you'll follow your eye line from Carry the Careless's place down to the end of the river on the other side of the island that you came in from, they're setting up for our seasonal games. There are food, cash, and ale prizes. So if you would like to participate on those, they're happening today. Your skill would be tested against the best of our best here, so probably not much luck, but sounds like you guys have been through a lot, so who knows? You may win some stuff. You're welcome to explore the town. I will be going back to my quarters, and then I have some work to do. I will find you someone to repair your ship, and I will find you when I have found someone to repair your ship, and after I talk to Carry the Careless about when it's appropriate to come see her this evening.
okay.
Are there any questions?
No, not at the moment.
We're all like,
I did want to know.
Hey.
We don't want to know the price difference between basic and upgrade for the ship.
well, I think we won't find out until we actually meet with
oh, the problem
Carrie.
solving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get to do our own thing until we're beckoned upon to go have our meeting with Gary the Careless.
Why is it blue?
Yeah. Maybe we
I
should go.
Why is it?
I'm allergic to beer. I did hear there was something about liquor, so I'm down to try some liquor. But I did want to kind of go into the market and see if I could have somebody make me some sunglasses. So I don't know. Are you
I
guys
mean,
gonna
I
start
have-
drinking? I might split off and go look at the
I
market.
don't think that. I know there's some games to be had if y'all, but we also have all
That
this
sounds
bag of holding
right up your
shit
alley.
that like.
Oh,
We're gonna
have
need
a lot of treasure
more.
to unload, and this
I-
is the
like-
first town we've been to that
If
wasn't
they
on
like
fire.
odd things, we have odd things. I just don't know if we actually have tangible gold to pay.
I have tangible
people
gold, but
off.
he said they don't prefer gold. They
They
prefer
prefer-
weird
They
things.
have
Right.
lots of gold,
Right.
but not shit, and we have lots of
Right.
shit, but not
We just,
gold.
I guess we'll find out tonight how much the boat is gonna cost and if there's anything here that we want to get, or if we want to explore and see if there's magic items.
So we want to
slash-
drink before meeting Careless K. I'm nervous. Or
I don't
Carrie?
think all of us are. I'm down
Okay.
to go into the market with you.
If you would like, I can bring the people who do the repairs on the boats to give you an estimate.
For what?
Right now. Oh yeah, that'd be. I mean,
I did want them to be blinged out though, which is why I was looking at that knick-knack spot with the fancy things. But
Or if you'd like to talk to them yourselves, you can always go back into the marketplace.
oh my gosh,
I
if
think-
it's
And
easier
right next
for
to
you
the
to
fish
find
market.
them, like, and we don't have to hunt them down, it's
Pretty
one less
easy.
thing and less
Yes.
time that we have to spend.
Is there a drink place on the way back to the market?
The
well, there's
brewery
the
is right
breweries
next to us.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
I would like to leave you here, and I
Okay.
could come back within the hour and let you know what kind of prices you're looking
Can we
for on
make our way
repairs.
to the
I'm
market
gonna
ourselves
Tip
from
him
For the
5 gold
basic.
pieces.
How's this? We'll spend an
Ah.
hour in the tavern. We can
A
wait
man
for
of
him to bring
class.
us our information, and then we can go to the market to
Sounds
decide
great. I'm
what
gonna
we
get a
want to.
beer.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
sounds
great.
cool.
I will
Right.
see if they have that liquor that is not blue.
Tavern time.
Alright, so
Brewery.
Right, I forgot. We're doing a beer here.
We're in a literal tourist trap.
Oh my god.
so this
I
is
think
Tourist
tail,
trap.
I can see if I can find it.
Yeah.
This is the
danger
town hall.
zone.
this is where you guys came in. This is the brewery. This is the statue of Carrie the Careless. This is the Pirates Guild. These are all
There it is.
residences.
So this is not a very big island.
No, it's a K. It's very small.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's very small. The only reason it would take you 30 minutes maybe to walk across it is if you get distracted or going up and down the
And
hills.
we're
Really,
listening to
if
this
you want
guy.
to run across
Like,
it, it
let's
wouldn't
not
take you
drink
long.
and explore.
What if I want to run around?
I'm like, I don't know what this blue shit's gonna
Here's
do.
over here is the market
you.
where you'll
It
find the
won't
merchants.
be all of us.
I know.
drinking.
I will be drinking. Not
Will
the
you
blue
be
shit.
drinking liquor?
Yes, but I
No
feel more
blue
secure that it's
slavery
not
hops,
blue.
you guys. Fucking.
I feel like I was talking like
Lube.
Evelyn fucking Skyreach when I was saying, I'm like, here's this.
I wrote
here's
down
that.
3 different names that he said.
Evelyn
I have
Skyreach.
Evelyn Skylink,
Elbow
Evelyn
Skyreach.
Skyreach, Evelyn Skyhawk.
Oh.
Keeping it
I
together.
was gonna keep going.
Here we go.
So I'm
This
just
place
gonna
smells
keep
as
calling
bad
him
as
different
a-
things every time I see it.
An eyeball dropped
Okay.
in a vat of vinegar.
That's fair.
A rotten egg.
Evelyn Skyhook.
Is this our bar music?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is
Isn't
free.
it perfect?
This is very free use, right?
I don't know.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on Spotify.
Well, we'll see
We'll
when I
find
post the
out.
video.
It's pretty generic.
Well, cause say I have to cut out the audio or take the video down if it's. This sounds licensed.
Yeah, it's licensed.
So what I was using is called Tabletop Audio. If you go to tabletopaudio.com and you can just search tavern.
It was too good.
Yeah. Oh, this has been
Keeping it
definitely
together,
produced.
bro.
But
Sounds for sure.
Unacceptable.
What do I got?
Tabletop.
Tabletopaudio.com.
has the baby.
He's got
I
that.
know.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
was thinking
and then
of
just
giving
type
one
in
of
like
them.
tavern.
Oh my god, I remember when you guys were texting me and you were fucking
Trying to
thinking
figure it
about
out.
Yes.
I
This
think
is
it's
it
lemon.
reminding me of my 21st birthday when I drank a 32-ounce pina colada.
Nice. That's a lot of sugar.
I was also 21, so
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't matter.
Yeah. You were getting sick either way.
I did not get sick.
Oh, well done.
I
Alright,
have been
so
drinking.
you guys enter into a tavern.
Perfect.
That is Irish.
Little bar in the
Says
a leprechaun bar.
I don't know.
So you guys walk past and that you see a mixture of the different races that you've seen here. Some of the squall, some of the human-looking ones, some of the
Are
elf-looking
there any
ones.
other dragonborns?
And they are you haven't seen dragonborns. You chose a very unique race
Go hug
to
Bomber.
traverse the
I'm like
lands
vomiting,
of
touching
Forest.
her yellow.
So, which is what you wanted, I think, right?
Yeah, I just want a weird one.
Okay.
You know me.
Weird wood? You want some weird wood?
Weird race.
Oh.
All right, fine. There's a bard on stage in the corner of the tavern as you walk in. That is Dragonborn. And yeah,
I'm gonna go hit on him.
she's red, and
I'm gonna hit on her.
she's red. Well, you might have to wait because as you step in, you see people like. It's not like a rowdy tavern. It's a very like chill. Like people are like drinking like stone style, leaning on their
Ooh,
chairs,
is there a pipe?
slurring their
Clapping.
speech
Okay,
like.
so they're potheads.
Is
They
there
all
a
just
pipe?
drink
Where
liquor
are the
evil.
masks and towns?
Hey, Wyla,
Woo!
we go find a pipe, yeah?
I want to get some of this
Find a
blue
hookah?
beer.
But-
I don't. Some of us have to remain sane.
On stage,
Raw.
Yes.
Because you're the first mate, so.
on stage, you see a dragonborn
My
setting
big
up.
body.
She pulls out a banjo
Nice line.
and
Big
she
body.
says, "Hi, my name is Apricot.
Oh my
And,
god, fruit people.
This is
Yes. You gotta put that.
this is an original, and on the banjo you hear."
Oh my god! She
And then as that brong goes, you see like a couple other bards come tilted from their chairs, and they get on stage with her, and some of them are shaking some shakers, and some of them are playing some drums. And the bar starts to liven up a little bit. People kind of get out of their stoned positions, and they start to notice you come in
Isn't it
as
creepy how
the
the
Order of the
thing
Mask plus
goes
one,
on?
the mysterious one. And the bartender notices you immediately, and people turn around in the bar. It takes a second, and then they just kind of like go back what they're doing. People try not to notice you, and
Waving.
just kind of go about their business.
I'm gonna like really lean into it and be
so-
like, I am a famous ass bitch. I'm gonna walk in there like, hell yeah.
Okay, roll performance.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
This is where banana really.
This is
I'm
where
kind of a big deal.
I eat shit.
I'm a full kid.
Like I said, this is where.
I have no charisma. It would be
Minus
a 9,
one.
Yeah, it's a 9.
You walk in like, hey, and you go to straighten your back, but you do it like a little bit too much to where like
My titties
you're
are
like
out.
out and back, and your tail hits someone's chair, and they turn around and look at you angrily,
Alright, I'm
and
gonna
you
wink at them.
you wink at them and you flip your hair, and as you do, you kind of slip a little bit on like some spilled ale that was on the floor.
So cute.
But you regain your composure,
I'm
and you
gonna be like, I'm famous.
After all of
and they look at you like, I know
Oh my god.
you have a reputation.
I'm ball checked.
Perfect.
Can I follow her lead and be just as confident?
Oh yeah, I have some
Yeah, you're
charisma.
walking by, kissing your
Well, can I-
biceps.
Can I give her
Tattoos.
some charisma?
No. This is my whole game.
I kind of
Yeah.
want to
Nightmare.
actually just be like walk in and kind of like drag my axes behind me, my 2-hand axes.
Okay.
You
You
know,
see
but
people
threat.
that
And then-
were looking at Banana as she was garnering her attention, just turn around,
Like,
go back over their beers, like,
And I'm gonna like lick them.
Can I
Um,
scan the room
You know
for
this
anyone with
opium
sharp
air is
teeth?
fucking with y'all's head.
anyone with sharp teeth.
Yeah.
God.
Can I like just take a look around? Just wanna
She's
see.
got a type.
I have a
Yeah. Over in
He likes weird cheese.
over in one of the corners, you do see what looks
A
a
Baraka
lot
looking
like a
motherfucker.
Sahuagin, but
Oh, a
slightly
Suhogan,
less, maybe like
fishy
a
person?
tame
We've
Okay.
been eating his
Sahuagin.
cousins.
Okay.
Go for
And
it. You gotta
They're
live with
smiling over an ale, sharing a table with what looks like a wood elf and a
Okay.
squall, and looks like they're kind of telling a
Our
story.
druids
And
make
as their like lips open, you can see the sharp, pointy teeth, and it just looks like one of those people with like 1,000 teeth, you know, just big
Gross.
round
Some
baby
sharp
head with like a thin little body, and they look like they've got maybe like a high pitched voice based on their size, but damn, the
Like-
rows of teeth seem to be
Quite,
endless.
I'm like 6'3", so cool. Me and Nymphadora are gonna slide our way over there. And go
She's
talk
gonna
to
throw
some
her over
shorties.
All right, yeah, you sit down.
Hey, Tony.
You slip into the seat next to this person, and they probably come up to your shoulder. They give you this big
Bend
toothy
over,
grin,
bend
and they're like, "Oh well, hi, how are you?
Oh my god.
You look very nice. You must be traveling with the Order of the Mask."
Nope, that's not me. Yeah.
This air is making me.
And
but
then,
my friend here, Nymphadora, really
Nymphado-
wanted to meet you. Yes, she's very interested in small people with sharp teeth.
Hi, Nymphadora. You look like a spell.
She's sure to charm you.
Go turn it, Nymphadora. Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working?
I don't know. Let's ask.
Can I buy you guys a drink?
Baldrick
Nymphadora
listens to
would
that.
love a drink. She would love to have a drink with you though. She had a little acid, so she's like having lots of fun tonight.
Bartender, a thimble of ale, please.
Right at the end.
She metabolizes it quickly.
The bartender walks over with a round of ales for each of you, blue ales and a thimble of ale for Nymphadora. And she puts them on the table.
This little thimble.
She's more of like a stockier version of the squall that you've seen. She's probably
I'm a
about
hush
5'8", which is short for a squall. And she's got curly red hair, which really complements her like blue shiny scales. She's got almost like a dwarvish body type, but still has that very magnetic glow of the squall.
Balzer's time has come.
If we can also get a little bit of liquor.
She's
instead
like,
of
yeah,
the
this
ale."
is great, but
Because somebody's allergic to the beer.
Oh my
No
god,
one cares about
of
me.
course you can. Oh, you guys
I
still
would
ordered
just
the
like
mass?
I would just like
We
some of
are-
that blue beer.
That's great.
please.
For you today, the liquor will only be 7 gold, and the ale will only be 8 gold apiece.
Sweet. Dope.
I'm gonna act grumpy about it for sure. I'm like,
Technology.
16,
That's too much money.
32,
I wanna.
oh,
Yeah, no, I'm not there.
I'm having
31.
You
Okay,
said 8
so
gold?
31
I put
golds.
8 down
Yeah,
for my single liquor.
7 gold
I'm
from
gonna
her, 8 gold
liquor.
from Liz.
I'm gonna liquor with.
I have no
I'm
idea
gonna
how much.
liquor.
I have no idea how much gold I have. I'm an out.
8 less.
I'm not doing the
Eight less
blue
than
just
you
in
do.
case.
Ah.
But I'll
Just
have a
write
shot
minus
with
8
my
somewhere
crew.
and then take it
Woo!
off.
I'm
Shot
just
time.
I'm gonna
I-
I'm going to also tip 2 gold. Because math is hard.
Because
Can
she
I-
almost is dwarf.
No.
What are you doing?
I want to go to the bar. I want to get 2 beers.
That's a
from the
stocky
bar.
ass fish lady.
Alright, so you go to the bar, you sit
Should
down,
I
and
just
you see
get
the
a
bartender that
heart?
stayed at the bar rather than the server.
Um,
It
I
is
do
also
love
Nobody
small.
would understand.
And
My
he
God,
is
Sarah's baldy.
very run-of-the-mill squall as you've seen. He's got long black hair,
So he's hot.
blue-green scaly body. Yep. Very
But-
magnetic, very fit,
What about
very
that
How come she has the
I know.
very bar rag over his
So I'm
shoulder.
getting 2.
You said
This is how-
toothy.
This is how Banana gets kidnapped.
Can I have?
And has sex with Anis and
Yeah,
Comes just like-
it's a
fucked up
thing
shit.
she does.
Hello.
Hi.
It's like its own
What
thing.
can I get for you?
2 beers.
Like where are we going? We don't
2
know.
beers.
Banana's
All
gonna
right.
get us in trouble.
Hey, Elvie! Who else?
Oh,
So,
Banana.
you're Banana, right?
Yes, my name is Banana.
And you're boat work. You have boats,
I am a
right?
carpenter.
Carpenter. That's the word I was looking
Yes.
for. Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm not
I'm a
mistaken,
I'm a doctor.
you can breathe fire.
Yes, I can.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
I was born with it.
Excellent. Well, you said. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by your
I'm
scales.
so happy you know who I am.
So great.
Wait, how do you know?
So
who
that'll
they
be.
are?
You said 1 or 2. Did you say 2 ales? I thought you said 2
Ales.
Yeah. Come on, Elvie, bring it up. Cool. Thank you. All right, that'll be 14 gold just for you.
Oh, okay.
Special discount price
There
for
you go.
Dragonborn,
Thank you.
of course.
Alright, I'm gonna dip out of this weird situation and go to the stage.
Nice to meet you.
Mhm.
Banana.
Banana.
Don't even
Banana.
remember
Bye.
her name. Get lost, creep.
Yeah, I want to go back to the stage. Find my girl, Africa.
Okay, Apricot's up there playing.
I'm gonna like do some weird shit, like wink, like Lucille Blue.
Oh, like.
Yeah, like a creepy one, like
Okay.
yeah. But like I want to like make eye contact all the
It's a
way.
very
I'm gonna hawk a
specific
loogie
wink.
first.
Yeah.
Get her attention.
It's hard to make eye contact with her as
She's
she's
the
got
rebel
her
person
sort of
again?
like performer's
We're back,
gaze
we're about
to find
above
out.
the heads of the
Oh.
crowd, and she's just trying to keep her cool as she performs in these other drunken bards.
Cool, I'm gonna like.
She looks a
try
little
and,
nervous, like maybe like she doesn't perform a lot, and the Order of the Mask is in town, and now she's got this song going on, and she wasn't really expecting it to be today, even though she knew it was coming. You get the gist.
All right, well I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna wait for the song to be over.
Did you put the ale on the stage, or are you?
Holding it.
You're holding it. Okay.
And the song's over, and I'm gonna bring her one and be like, "Hello, my fruit sister.
She's like, hey.
I bought you a beer
Oh.
because you're really beautiful.
Oh.
My sister.
Oh, and like her scales kind of like ruffle on her cheeks.
Ooh, what color is she?
Red.
Okay. That's evil, though.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Cool.
Cool.
I like it. I don't drink when I'm performing with, but cool. That's great.
Oh, okay. Am I making you feel uncomfortable?
No, I just
They're both awkward.
Okay.
Do you like the songs?
Yes, your songs are really good.
Okay.
Do you know who I am?
Because I'm super famous.
Wait.
Goodbye, horse.
I know you. I'm not good with names.
Oh, okay. My name's Banana.
Cool. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great.
Can I see all of this happening?
Yes.
Can I roll
What?
insight on this, please?
Sure.
What are
Seems
what?
really weird.
Right? Dude, she is high strung as fuck.
Cool. Awesome.
Natural 20. Just awkward.
What are you
stuff.
looking for?
Right?
Like, why is she being so weird?
Like, why is she so awkward?
Maybe
Yes,
ask her, what do we
that's
have
it.
to do? You know?
She has sense, like,
Why are you so
if
fucking
there's some
awkward?
You rolled insight.
Yes.
From what you can tell, she's a musician.
She's not, she doesn't drink
Uh.
and she's a musician. So.
Yeah.
Autism?
damn, dude.
People are different.
Cultural
It's
differences.
possible.
You remember from, the orphanage that, like, usually people that were more on the artistic side were more on the antisocial side?
Alright, makes sense.
Artistic?
Yeah.
Make sure
We're
we
not
have
talking
that.
spectrum here. I'm not bringing spectrum into, like, that's too complex.
Alright.
And I don't have any type of
okay.
psychological knowledge. So.
They
Okay.
are very awkward.
Well,
There's
when you're done playing,
Super artistic.
do you want to come over and have a beer with me?
I don't drink.
When she's
But-
When
playing.
you're playing, you said you don't drink when you're playing.
Oh yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When are you gonna drink?
I'll just be right over here.
Okay, but like,
How long are you playing for?
until I'm done with my song.
Okay. Alright. Well, if I'm still around when you're done,
I'll have this.
we can have a drink together.
Right.
Also, you're really beautiful.
Okay.
Lucille,
Cool. Awesome.
blink again. Blink again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you okay? Is there something in your face?
Are
is
you
there,
also artistic?
is there a face in your? I think I have to play my next song. But
Okay.
awesome, cool, awesome. She sits
Banana,
back up
grab
on her stool.
banana.
Uncomfortable.
Take
Uh,
banana away.
Thank you.
We
That
can't
was
win every time.
Not as easy as I thought here. Apricot. Okay.
No.
Yellow.
Not
Yeah.
impressed.
Here I was like, ooh, are you good?
This is really hard to
I'm
touch
gonna
banana.
pull over here. Oh. So gross to touch you.
I really love you.
I'm
More
hella
than-
You're drinking,
suspicious.
right?
I'm drinking.
You're drinking.
I'm having a
Great.
shot with the first.
Great.
I have not
I
drank
just
my
got
beer
done
yet,
being
but
poisoned.
I have
I'm-
one.
I'm about to be poisoned again.
I'm-
resistant.
I am not touching the blue ale. I
That's good.
am having a celebratory shot with Melion. We're not touching the ale. I want to be purely an observer. I do not trust what's going down. I rarely ever do. I am though. I am though to keep myself occupied while also watching you and trying not to be obvious. I'm gonna try and teach my dragon a new trick.
Alright, I'm gonna sit down with them.
I
And
would
I'm
like
just-
to know if there's a.
Drinking the
Can
entire
I
beer
sense any
immediately.
smoke like a herb
Find out
being
immediately.
smoked anywhere,
Like-
perhaps in a basement?
It looks
jungle?
like
we have
it
a
looks like
How
an
works the opium den?
Where's the other party?
so
So this is cool
The toothy
that-
guy next to you
Oh, toothy guy.
Uh,
Right. Hanging out with Nymphadora.
smells of brown leaf, which
Ooh,
is
what is
something
brown
you're
leaf?
familiar with. As a very like
Toothy guy.
Weed.
is a very like distracting and calm inducing. If I could compare it to something above the table, it would be like opium.
I just
I think I might ask my captain and first mate if I can go get the hit of that before I do it. Because I respect them deeply.
If we're not doing any fucking
Is
crazy ass
Okay,
Yeah.
I go do a little hit of some brown leaf, guys.
yeah, I'm
Toothy
coming
dude.
with you.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
So okay, so I'm gonna look into your
One of
eye.
you assholes better make me a hat. That's it.
I am going to
Go,
telepathically ask
Is there anything
Nymphadora
made out
Leather-
of stones?
leather hat
to
knows
ask
her.
Toothy guy.
She's exhausted. She's roll at disadvantage. I don't want her disadvantage hat.
Disadvantage.
Captain, oh
Ask Toothy
Captain.
guy
Captain
in our senses
disadvantage.
way
Captain
where
exhaustion.
he got the
Captain
brown leaf
exhausted
from.
and brown leafed out.
Where
Yeah.
he smoked the
Gonna
brown
nod
leaf.
out during our meeting with the lady.
Nymphadora.
Yeah.
Hey, I have surpassed my past.
I didn't catch your name.
Like I can't hold it.
Oh, hey, Nymphadora. Yeah, I'm sorry. My name. I have a name, and it's a good one too. My name is Enkitan. It's Enkitan.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Enkitan. My name is
It's the
Enkitan,
one.
and
It's the one. It's the one.
sorry, I get so nervous.
Nickhead?
No, Enkitan,
Nick at night.
not
Enkitan.
Nickit.
Are you
Enkitan.
sure?
Different guy.
He's got sharp teeth
And,
and 2 eyes. Come on.
I don't
Easy to
normally
see as a
talk to
giant
Faze. I
arm.
don't really know how this goes. But are you enjoying your thimble of alcohol? I just smelled the most wonderful smell on you, and I just was wondering
what have you made?
if I could participate.
Miss the crow.
I was distracted during my ritual.
Well, yeah.
At this point, I might take Ash
We
back.
talk about this really quietly, and he gets a big toothy grin because this is not something that everybody does around, nobody does around here. But if you would like to come with me, yeah, we could
Secondary location.
Yeah,
we could
Safe.
replicate that smell again, of course.
We're gonna follow Nymphadora somewhere.
Okay,
Good,
guys.
that's okay. We don't need a captain. or
Nymphadora and I
anything. It's
will
just
return in a little bit. So, good to see you. And, hey, Elfie, lay down on the bedding while I'm gone, okay? Like, lay down on the bedding. Just saying, protect yourself. Like,
On the bedding?
Jesus. Alright.
Don't bet.
They get up and they start walking out the front door, the ones that you guys
We are following them
Alright.
out the front door.
Once you get out the front door, he stops and he's like, me and Nymphadora, we're gonna like, go.
We know
she asked
where
me.
you were
to-
going. We know where you're going. We can smell it.
Oh God. You know. I don't know.
We smell what you're stepping
We
in.
smell smoke.
I'm sorry. I don't normally do
specifically.
this. I don't normally. I can get rid of it. Just don't.
No,
No,
it's
don't
we're
talk to
not
anybody
gonna
about
say
it.
We want to
That's
partake in what you have partaken.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Holy.
We're trying to chill.
Oh no no.
You're arrested.
The 9 hells just flashed before me. Okay.
It's all good.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're trying to chill.
I got the sense that like you and Nymphadora were like together, but this makes sense. Okay.
Kind of, no.
No, I didn't mean like that. Like you know.
She's
Anyhow,
Cough him up.
yeah. Well, let's go to my shack and
Alright, I want to kind of peek out the front door and just kind of, I want to like watch
I might not
kind
go
of
to the shack.
what way they're going. Sam's like, oh man.
I'm like, don't forget we have a meeting.
I'm a
later.
little guy. I know you might seem threatened, but
Wherever we go.
literally no one else does this
Creole
here,
shack.
and it's
I got
very
it.
hard to get,
Alright.
and it's very hard to come by, and it
Okay.
must be done in private.
Alright, let's go.
All right, and he takes
Bye,
his stubby little
guys.
legs and he his little
I'm gonna yell back
his
at
giant
Banana.
baby head with
We're
like
gonna
his
go.
little
We're
tiny
gonna
like
go.
child
Shot.
body
Oh my god.
starts walking down the hill.
Waving.
You guys go to
That
this.
human trafficker is
uh,
about to get
Can I
murdered.
Shack
see
on the
if
outside.
I'm standing at the front door?
Oh yeah, it's right down the hill
Okay,
by the
so I
river.
can see where they are.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
They go down there, and there's lots of people down there. And the shack just, it looks like someone just threw wood at
In a fire.
something.
It's a lean
And
to.
when you get inside, it's actually quite nice. You move this piece of cloth, and there's some
Okay,
throw
Potter
rugs. The floor is wooden, but like there's actually very elegant throw rugs all around. You see like some sort of incense burning in the corners. Smoke is rising. He lights this beautiful like ornate glass lantern that's in the center of this room that is almost this like yurt almost, and there's pillows around everywhere. He goes around and he moves aside one of the pillows to open up this small box, and he takes out this big long curvy pipe, like think Gandalf style at the end,
That
and
is
he
a kind of pipe.
pulls out this
It is a
drawer,
Gandalf pipe.
this drawer of like different types of herbs, and he looks at the top one, middle one, bottom one, then he goes back to the middle one and pulls out these brown leaves. They're dried out, look like they're about to wither. He crushes a little bit of it up,
Tacky.
loads up the pipe, and sits down and invites you guys to sit on the pillows with him.
Have a shit and a
I
Smoking a pancake.
crisscross applesauce.
I'm going to
He
slip
takes-
over and sit on a pillow.
He takes his match again and
I'm
lights
ready.
what looks like a little green ball lantern with a nice gold hook hanging off of it, and he opens up the curtain and he hangs that small lantern on top, like right in front of his place. Shuts the curtain.
Okay.
Oh,
So you guys-
it's our symbol for
An
privacy.
addict ritual.
So ban
We're doing
Nobody's
Banana
gonna come in
can
here.
see this green lantern.
That means do not enter.
Yeah, it's just our way of not intruding on each other's lives, which normally we do all the time because people are really relaxed around here, but they can be really uptight, as you'll see sometimes. Anyways,
Our tour guide was
Update.
oh yes, the squall are very well loved around here. So let's sit and have some brown leaf.
Here we go.
Okay,
Nice
wait,
and
so
warm.
this guy is a fish person.
Yes.
With
he
short
is.
ass
He's
teeth.
a.
He looks like a
Sugan.
Sugan,
The way he's talking
but
about
he's
him,
got like a
he-
child body and a like
Mm.
almost like
Why I gave him to.
raptor-like baby head with like
Okay.
those like head fins.
Okay, so
You know what
he's
I'm
like,
Nice
picturing
dodge,
that. It's pretty
Melian.
weird at this
So
point.
he's like a weird half breed.
Okay.
So after
Fedora
smoking
is
with them for a couple minutes, at the very moment you find yourself in the what would that be?
This seems like
Mm.
good weed smoking music.
You find yourself paralyzed. In the paralyzed condition. So a paralyzed creature is incapacitated.
Hey,
Good
good job.
Can't move or speak, but also he is paralyzed as well. All of you are. Including Nymphadora, who would go, ah, but cannot. You can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws,
Oh,
attack
great.
rolls against the
Good
creature.
job. I got
has
you.
Any attack
Can't do anything.
that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Wait, did
Melee
he attack
attacks.
though?
No, he's paralyzed
Hopefully we
too.
don't get ambushed later, guys.
All 4 of
But
you.
he's got
No,
the-
he's
Sure,
in
but-
a privacy land.
I'm
Dude,
pretty
he's
sure
got the
these
do
two
not
are about to
disturb-
be shipped
He's
off
got the
to
do
some
not
mines
disturb light
somewhere.
on. You know, we're good.
Mm.
Yikes.
Banana knows
Okay.
where they are.
Yeah, you guys are, all of you, the guy that you smoked with is
Never
paralyzed too.
fall
This
into
is not
secondary
the
list.
We're all
situation that you're
paralyzed.
thinking. Yeah.
But
That's
in a
the number
tripping
one
state.
rule.
Melion is going to roll her eyes back and vanish into her own mind of beauty, remembering her mother and father fondly, and the
This is
sharp
the end.
toothed man that she.
You think about your
deeply
parents when
loved.
you're high.
This
They're
music
both
is so
dead.
perfect.
Tripping on how wonderful the life is.
And
Okay. I'm
as
going.
she's thinking about that, I'm also thinking about my family, but becoming a a little bit agitated and enraged at the fact that I haven't avenged my family to the way that I
You're
should have.
healing.
True.
We're having some
Alright,
we're
so
having
I'm
a
feeling a
medicine
little-
healing moment.
You know.
Yeah, you're feeling anxious
Yeah.
as fuck.
Telepathically, I
Can't
heard
do
in the
anything
door,
about it.
Alright, I'm gonna come.
So
can
as
I,
you're
oh, just kidding.
as you're having these feelings, describe like the scenario in your dream world that you're in around your family.
So, my family is dying, and I'm a child. I don't know. I'm a child.
How are they dying? What's happening?
There's.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a
Jars.
war. I don't know if it's a fight. I don't know what exactly, like how minuscule or how, apocalyptic it is.
It's very dreamlike, right?
Yeah.
Very scattered.
And
shadowy.
It looks like Lisa Frank.
and I feel like it
Lisa
was
Frank
just
Margaret.
yesterday, and here I am, and I feel foolish and selfish, and like I haven't been going down the path I should have been going down. That's how I'm feeling in this moment.
Mine are all happy.
So you were on this task to avenge your family's death, and now you feel like you're just screwing around
Yeah.
and killing monsters and
And
Getting
drinking
high on
blue
Like I
ale.
lost, like I lost my way
Smoking opium with
of what was
strangers.
true to avenging my family. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be
She knows
easier to
me.
wrangle you guys
Sure,
if you come out
Ra
of
and
your
Melion are becoming very tight right now.
And what is happening in your dream state?
I am having like flashes that are kind of bleeding into each other, like a flash of like my dad teaching me how to use a bow and arrow in the woods, and my mom showing me some dark corners of a cave that I first learned some of the most intense magic, and then seeing my lover and I have amazing toothy love.
Okay.
And it just keeps kind of flashing through like
Real
deep
bitey.
memories like, all throughout.
Okay.
All right.
So you learn more
Yes.
about
So,
Melion's
While you guys are
preferences.
tripping out back in the bar,
Okay.
This blue ale is delicious.
Alright, I'm gonna come back from the door where I saw them go down, and I'm gonna be like, yo, you guys, I watched where they went. They went to some guy's weird house. To
You're
do
telling
weird
me
Yeah.
the navigator and our captain went off with some stranger to do
Yeah.
who God knows what in a
Except
place
for
we've
me.
never been
Also-
before.
In a place that we've never been before that has slaves.
Also, though,
Good
much,
point, Baldric.
much more importantly,
Yeah.
I tried to hit on Apricot and she didn't like me, which
What?
is very suspicious.
That
I
is
don't like
weird.
it. Also, when I ordered a beer, they yelled at an elf to get the beer, which was fucked up. Just so you know, you're an elf. So.
Oh shit!
Oh, am
Wait, you're an elf?
She forgot.
I? It's fucked up. They enslave
Good thing
people
we left-
here.
Yeah, I have a
Just so you
feeling
know.
that they're going to be trafficked. Well, I mean, they're probably going to try it, and then Ross going to cut them into bits, and they're going to be like, that was a bad idea.
But
So
either
that'll
way,
be
If she
fun.
comes home.
either way, you guys, I know where they went. I saw where they went. But
I guess we'll keep an eye in case somebody else shows up.
also, this place is weird and I don't like it.
It is weird.
The Dragonborn seem weird. She's
The beer
Oh,
is
you
good, though.
don't say! Like, I'm just like,
I'm weird too, okay? But she seemed extra weird.
Well, she seemed on the level, just, shy.
Yeah.
I think the fact that literally every single citizen
She's a
knows who we
fucking
are and that we were
dragon.
coming is probably problematic.
It's a little, we're super loud in
The-
this very public bar, but I don't care. It is, because I'm not even sure we knew that we were coming here, but they knew we were
They
coming
absolutely
They did.
do. So.
Well, they knew about us.
here. We're not super
So did
great
you
at
guys
it.
get it out of your system? Are your feelers going off? Are you ready to band together and like
Yeah.
not
Does
get the
anybody
I mean, I
want-
could knock back another one of these blue ales,
Oh,
but
I have two that I haven't tried yet.
I'll have
There you
one.
go.
Yeah.
The stand-up beer.
Yeah.
That's
I
two
didn't
for
drink.
that's two for
Yeah.
Balcher.
You can have mine and Apricot.
That's three for Balcher.
Wow, Banana, the wisest
Wow,
decision you've
you're
made
gonna be
tonight.
so
I am
I didn't-
super proud of you.
I
Especially
didn't
because he's
drink
such a little guy.
anything, so I was
Well,
trying to get
He's
laid.
big.
He
And
said
now I can't.
dwarf.
He's
so-
a
He's a
stocking
stocking
And now you
Right.
smell You smell this
I
bullshit?
smell some susness, and I think
Okay.
we should go.
Smell.
So as you guys are having this conversation, Evelyn Skyreach comes in. The bartender gives him a nod. The waitress gives him a nod.
Talk before.
I know it's Skyreach.
Skyward
It's
sword.
Skyreach is on.
I'm sorry
thought
if
it
I
was
said
Sky
Skyhawk.
Link.
It's
No,
Skyreach, you guys.
Skyreach.
I wrote.
Skyreach.
I know, Skyreach.
Evelyn
Elmo
Skyreach
Sky
walks in,
Scream.
like
Perfect
very.
timing.
He walks in and he's very like, he's got a practiced walk. He sees everyone, waves hello, they wave back. He sees you guys, sits down at his table. Are you enjoying our establishment?
We're not
Yeah, it's
there, so
nice.
we can't say.
Is the
I like
ale
Indian
delicious?
It's
It's blue and weird. I'm asking you because
What's that?
I'm asking you. The ale. I've drank like 3 of them at this point. Is there anything weird about it or anything so far that I've
So
noticed?
far, no.
Sweet.
Can I roll insight on the beer to see if I've like had it before in my life?
My family.
You wouldn't roll insight for that. I can tell you,
Okay, cool.
considering where you came from,
Ride
you
the
probably
wave.
haven't.
Relax.
Okay.
It's extraordinarily expensive outside of
Where we're standing.
Okay.
Careless K.
Have I like heard of it though before? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You've heard.
It's
You
like-
know, there's something you didn't focus on. You're like something rich people drink. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
the bourgeois.
Why is it blue?
It's like Rosvetlene in Fallcrest is one of the few places inland that carries it, and so
Okay.
you've heard that they've got this weird blue ale in Rosvetlene, but it's for like the rich elite.
Okay, cool. So it's like Cristal.
Yeah, it's really good.
You've had
You should've
3
tried-
already. Did you order another one?
No, I
she-
banana
he
gave
took
me a
Did she
mine.
get you both?
I didn't drink
Yeah.
either of them
Okay.
because I got
Yeah.
stood up, so I gave both of them to.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I knew I should.
Is it for poison?
This world is broken.
It's a Constitution
I
saving.
can't
Okay.
get laid.
This isn't bad. 13.
Plus, I think 2. Yeah, so 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing fine. I mean, you're buzzed. You're feeling better. The cool thing is that you're actually in this bar and you can smell the soil from the outside. You can feel like what's going on.
And he feels
I
less
don't like the
You're
smell of the soil at all. Like,
So,
Are you
keep
sure?
talking
It's
about
amazing.
that.
What?
so
Keeps talking about the
Evelyn
smell.
Skyreach speaks of his. All right. Well, I talked, and I noticed you're not all here, but I talked to the people down at the docks that would be willing to dry dock and repair your boat. It seems that a basic repair on your boat, as a discount for you guys, would cost 5,000 gold piece to dry dock and completely fix it up. And for upgrades, like the full suite, would be 30,000 gold piece.
Okay. What about like a trade for something else instead of paying upfront gold?
If
Would
it's
that
an item
be-
of interest.
Okay. But bartering is on the table.
Bartering, yes, not
Okay.
yeah,
Dragon
definitely.
can't barter.
Okay.
But they prefer to keep it simple. The boat repair people are kind of penny pinchers. As you'll find, along with myself, the Squall can be among the more attentive on the side. And
Okay.
so they may be able to trade if you have something within the price range of what they're looking for.
Okay.
They prefer to take gold pieces to keep things simple.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the black hag skull with the pentagram engraved in the forehead and be like, is there somebody that would be interested in
Jesus, like
in
pure
stuff
evil.
like this? And then I'm gonna put it back in the bag.
There is someone that would be interested in something like that, but
Miss those
not.
flesh golems.
the
If
boat.
I
I'm
was
gonna pull it out
not
a little
If
bit
you'd like
stuck
to,
in
if
this
you'd like to
cabin
talk to the
with
collector,
these guys, I could pull out
the
a
collector
miniature.
is down by the docks, and
Excellent.
she has the strangest wares.
And
And
which
she
person
will,
is that?
Are you guys
Like,
coming
what-
to
what-
save
what's
us?
their
My-
stall?
I
The
know. I
collector.
can send a.
Oh, she's just
Collector?
known as the
No.
collector.
I can
Okay.
send a
Um,
Zora
Easy enough to
to
find.
tell you.
As strange as this effect of this island has on people, the collector seems to be the only one able to hold on to her ambition, which is strange and unnerving.
Sure.
Okay,
Interesting.
cool. So while this is happening, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna excuse myself for a second.
So should I tell them to dry dock and repair the boat, or?
Just hold off.
We'll just wait.
We're gonna have to put some gold together. Most of our
Just
assets
do it,
are
we'll pay.
tied
There's
up
an
in
opening.
items.
There's an opening for tonight, and not another opening for
Okay,
another 4
Just
days.
we
You
need
should
an hour.
definitely-
1 hour.
Chop chop.
1 hour.
Yes.
They should fix it.
I'm not there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So
can't,
just
it
the
sounds like
basic
a
repairs or the full
mutually
suite?
I think
And-
we'll.
The full suite includes. It looks like you're lacking
I'm not
weapons.
there,
You
I
can.
can't
You.
say
We will
anything.
happily put ballistas on there for you. We've got our teal and gold
Shit.
inlay. So you become
No
weaponized. We
color.
fully
We
stock
don't
you.
need color.
We
no.
fully stock you with complete rations
No, not
for your
paying
next
for it. We'll
journey.
paint it. No.
No,
thing.
no.
All
We're
out.
fucked up.
I
I think
we're
we're
feeling it.
the-
You know what?
The
You
full
know what?
suite.
We're feeling it.
The full suite.
Yes.
All right. I will. I will inform the people at
It's
docks. They will
important.
be
Thank you
very
so much.
happy.
All right.
Processing
Are you
moment.
going to
Dear memories.
find us again when it's time to meet Carrie?
Oh
About
yes,
to be
yes.
raged.
It will probably be closer to sunset.
We're
We'll
about to
probably
be 30
sup
grains
with
in
her.
the hole.
Perfect.
I'll be back.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
You guys go ahead and enjoy your meals, and
Well, we're
I will
gonna
go
die.
inform the workers at the docks that you are ready for the full
I-
suite.
All right. Is he gone?
Can
now?
we just
Yeah, he
do
took off.
You guys, it's fine. The worst thing that happened.
Is that we have to sneak out of here in the middle of the night and steal the boat?
on a fucking
I was thinking the
ornate
same.
golden teal
It's fine.
boat.
Don't be dramatic. We got this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
okay,
can't
good
see
luck.
that shit. You're the sneaky one.
I like the
Yeah,
golden
good
teal.
luck.
As you guys are
Um,
finishing your conversation, as you guys are finishing your conversation, the music stops and you see another squall get on stage. A
Does this mean
I might be
Abercrombie?
tall,
distracted.
slender, almost female-looking, or presenting at least, gets up there and she announces that the games are about to begin. And you see a lot of readiness, people pounding on their tables, woo! A lot of them getting up, paying the bartender for the last of their drinks as they fill up their tankards and step out the door down towards the water.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
I'm gonna do another wink at Apricot.
Like what kind of wink?
Like a
Like this?
Lucille wink.
Like a Lucille wing, like a.
Alright, what do you got on charisma
Ew.
there?
Oh,
Yeah,
negative
it's-
one.
it's not
No,
good.
no, like
So
what are
hot.
the different things in charisma?
In for it.
Oh, I got deception, intimidation, performance, and persuasion.
What kind of wink is this?
It is a
Drunken wink. It's like
No.
a. I didn't
Persuasion.
drink
Please
anything.
go out
yeah.
with
Yes,
me.
but
it's
it's
a
like a-
persuasion.
Okay,
wink.
go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay, perfect. I have +2 in that
Oh shit.
Was it actually 30K?
one. 16.
She's leaning on her banjo and she's like, awesome. Cool.
And we don't know.
Okay. And I'm
We
gonna
don't know.
just.
And she attempts to give like a finger gun, but it like comes out like this, and then like it looks like her hand is just cramped, and she gets really shy
Throwing
about it.
signs at us and shit.
Gang signs?
Fucking weird.
Looks like,
I don't
yeah.
know about
And she
tradition.
crosses her arms and starts whistling.
Oh, shit.
Why?
It is catchy.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, guys.
How do you know that song?
She just threw up like
Uh,
the shocker sign and I think we need to leave.
It's there's so I'm a musician.
Spit it out. Yes, that's great.
I'm so it's people play.
Have
it
you ever left this island before? So how do you know that
for
song?
like a week or two?
Good cop, bad cop,
Okay.
bitch.
Guys,
I mean, I wasn't born on this island, but I. Cool.
Oh, are you from the same fruit land as me?
But cool.
Mine do.
You mean like
What are you,
where?
fucking 13?
Dragonborn
Okay,
come
yeah,
from?
Punk
cool.
ass.
Okay, but cool.
Fucking.
Yeah, I come from that place.
Bitch ass, punk ass.
It seems like your brain is kind of fried.
What? Oh, jeez.
Who has?
And you see her scales
God,
kind of
y'all are
ruffle on
fucking
her cheeks.
paralyzed, and
Okay,
I don't have
okay.
magic.
Get me.
You're still
You
really
You don't have
beautiful.
magic.
I
You
don't
have
need
brute
magic.
strength.
Cool, awesome.
Yes,
Thank
you do. I want to pick her brain. I wish I
okay,
knew.
You got-
Oh, I know how to pick her brain.
You got that beer? It looks like the
I
games
do.
are
Oh.
gonna start.
I gave it away to someone
Oh.
else.
I can't give
Cool,
it back.
awesome.
I'm sorry.
I'll
I mean, I
go
can,
get a
but you're
beer.
not
You
gonna
seemed
want it.
very disinterested in me,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah, cool, awesome. I'll go get a beer.
okay. I might see you down there.
No.
You guys,
Come get us. And
we need to find them.
Well, you're the only one that watched where
Come
they
with me.
went. All right.
All right, I'm gonna lead them down the hill
Okay.
to the place where I saw them going to.
You see them in there, and all four of the. You don't see them in there. You walk down, and you go to move the cloth, and you hear people at the other shack telling you, "Hey! Don't you see the green light? That means no one goes in there! What are you doing?
Oh, I saw my friend go in there, so.
You don't go in there!
Oh.
The green light! Do not
What's
disturb.
what's
It's our
the-
only privacy on this chill
Right,
island.
Million.
Can
Okay.
you tell us?
What's the
can
green
you tell
light?
me again what the characteristics of?
I'm gonna pull out my own, the Green Lantern, and be like, I have my own
Yeah,
green light.
Can't move.
A
can't-
paralyzed creature is
Right?
incapacitated.
Like, ooh.
Can't move or speak. The
Dude,
creature
definitely
automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. And attack rolls against the creature has advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay, so I hear the commotion, and I telepathically tell Nymphadora to open the door.
Okay.
She's paralyzed too, isn't she?
She didn't smoke.
Oh, okay.
We smoked.
This is clearly the spot.
Nymphadora goes and opens up the curtain and sees you guys.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Oh, we're not supposed to talk about it.
Okay, that's great. But like, is everyone okay though?
Yeah.
Cause like you seem normal, but like it seems like they're like not moving. I don't really like that.
I can't talk about it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
pull out a dagger.
I'm gonna
and
say above the table.
ask her if she wants to talk about it again.
Would injuring somebody break their
I would say,
spell or whatever?
under these circumstances, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go over and slap her on the fucking face.
You hear the guy yell as you're stepping in. You go, "Hey! Hey! The light! The light!"
I'm gonna
Respect the
wave
light.
a Green
Ready?
Lantern around. I'm gonna pull that shit out and be like,
Do not
we
disturb
are
me,
our own
bitch.
do not disturb. Yeah.
You can have your own privacy, but you can't just.
We were invited. They just let us in.
They said
That's
come
not
in.
what the green light means.
Okay, I'm
Well,
going. to,
someone let us
can
in.
you
I'm gonna
press to
telepathically
digitize
tell
that shit into. a
Yeah,
different color?
I'll turn the light off with prestidigitation.
All right,
Is it a
that's fine.
Is it a magical light?
can't
or
go
is
in there
it
when
like
that
a
light's on.
firelight?
Hey,
Is it
okay,
a-
officer.
We didn't
I'm
need
gonna
to break
change
the
it.
rules. We don't want to get
I'm-
citizens arrested.
I'm using
Wow.
thaumaturgy to just
I would
turn
have
it off.
expected a lot more from you guys, and then you like see the curtain close, but then you see like this arm come out, and you see like a green light go up in front of the tent with the guy that was yelling at you.
A green light
Okay,
is in front of him.
so he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
want
no.
us to disturb him now.
Ah, I see.
Okay, which is fine. Okay, we're going in the shack.
All right, so you guys go in, and
I'm
it's
gonna-
beautiful in there. Like the ceiling's higher than you'd think it'd be. The space is very cavernous, and the floor is covered in these beautiful throw rugs and pretty much everything I described before.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go over to the corner and slap this. bitch.
Rahazar is there, like,
I'm gonna slap my bitch
"Oh,
up.
mom, dad."
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit her.
All right. Yeah, she's
What's
slapped her.
what's just a regular melee? Does she take any damage? No, she's good.
They got weak ass
She's
hands,
fucking
banana.
pure rage. Hey, so
One
you
damage.
weren't moving. You looked like you were dead, and I woke you up by hitting you. I don't know. I feel scared to hit her because she's really skinny.
Flick her on the nose like a little puppy.
All right, I'm just gonna like.
At this point, with the commotion, you just start coming to groggy as hell.
Okay, what about this dude?
I'm gonna
I
put
made
the
a lot
light
of noise
out.
coming up.
Looks like that dude is just like toothy maw open, like
Okay.
sort of like
Bitch, time to get.
lizard tongue hanging out, like.
All right.
Throwing this
you guys,
spit
I
in
think.
it.
cuddly.
I think we're gonna leave.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's
That's
fine.
right.
I'm
You're
gonna
a
look
big
at Baldric
boy.
and be like, should we spit?
I
I'm
think
gonna
we
cuddle
really
little
need to
banana's
go.
foot.
While
Yeah,
you
drill
like
in there.
gag at the
Do it,
same
do
time.
it, do it.
Do you like gang?
Nah, dude, we're already. You are stirring up some shit tonight.
Yellow.
It'd be fun.
Alright.
You're like cuddle, cuddle.
I turn and I cuddle Baldy's leg.
And a pat her on the head.
Leon,
Wait.
Leon, it's time to dip out.
What?
Yeah, we gotta dip out.
What?
Yeah, we gotta go.
can I
We
look
need
around?
$30,000
I'm confused.
gold.
Can I just look around? Is there any water
Is there
in
any
this
gold?
guy's?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, there's a small little desk, and it's round, so you won't call it a corner, but there's a small little like wooden it's not even a desk. It's just like this beautiful, like ornate wooden table-ish thing, with glass bottles on it. Some of them are filled with clear liquid.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna open one of the clear liquids and smell it. Does it smell like water?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna fill my water skin with it. Put the lid back on and put it back.
Okay.
Not gonna drink it quite yet because it seems suspicious. But I do need to fill my water skin after the ship.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's true.
Is there any like fabric laying around?
Yeah, there's fabric everywhere. I was
Take
on
a
a pillow.
piece of his
Yeah.
clothes.
I was all over pillows.
Yeah. I feel very suspicious about this soil smell.
Okay.
I'm gonna just like wrap it around my head to look cool, but also like block my face with a mask.
Okay.
Oh, that's very thematic. I like it. I'm gonna do it too. I don't know why she's doing it, but
You're
like
like,
the
this
mask.
She's
season-
talking.
Yeah.
Alright, so the order of the mask is going,
What's
Or-
happening?
what
what are they called? Hijab?
Oh,
Is it like
okay.
hijab style?
Yeah. Just
Tear
Object?
some
I don't know how
of the
to
most
say that.
beautiful
It's
part
connected
of
to the-
it's a
the
hijab,
drapes
but
Hijab.
off,
I
and I
am.
put like a gypsy style.
I'm going more like babushka style,
Babushka style.
kind of
okay.
like grandma dragon style.
Grandma Rushka dragon.
And you
I
can
couldn't-
also see that
Juice.
Nymphadora is following suit. She's grabbed this small little scarf. She's like,
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So soft and so cute.
Yeah, so
This is a thing we're doing now, right?
I'm gonna
What,
skedaddle out of there,
The masks.
Okay.
and I kind of want to
Also,
follow. I want to follow the herd of people going down to the games or whatever's happening. I just kind of want to blend back in.
okay.
Hopefully, you guys are
Blend
coming
my
with me.
dragon ass.
I follow her, and I'm still kind of lackadaisical, like.
Okay.
Okay.
And was
and
that guy
I'm in the
trying to
same-
take
I'm
us
a
to
little
the...
loopy.
like,
Oh, he
when
just
I'm in
told
like
us where the place
I'm
is.
in, like, the-
I was
You're in the
gonna
like,
ask.
I'm
you know, that's
agitated.
my
Yeah, I'm
We
agitated.
all
Okay.
go to make
Touchy.
informed
Okay.
decisions.
But
But
I'm
I'm
touching
Probably a good
banana and
idea.
kind of puking.
Like, but I'm still
Yeah,
that
he
same
said that
cloudy
he was
vibe.
gonna
Okay.
find us later.
I think he did come try and find us later.
No,
he
no,
told
no.
us.
He told us he would find us at sunset.
Yeah.
To go to Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
we
and
didn't
right
miss it.
now it's, you know, it's approaching, it's not approaching sunset, but it's on the other side of
Like
noon.
late,
You know?
later
I don't know.
after.
I'll
Yeah,
be
the
looking
sun's
at
not
it
mid
later.
sky. It's heading its way towards the west.
Alright.
The heat is picking up. You guys are feeling very humid. The smells of like the
I'm in
soil
like black
and
steel armor.
Can I
And the
still
ocean
smell
are
the
just
soil
pungent.
with my mask on?
oh, you wrapped it around your thing,
Yeah.
around your face. Yeah, you can still smell it, just not as pungent as you did before.
Okay. I don't like it. Okay.
You
that's
do
fine.
like it actually.
I know I like it. That's what I mean. That's why I'm suspicious of
Okay.
it because it smells
Because
good.
you don't want to like it.
All right,
And
so
I
you guys
keep
all
thinking about
walk. You guys all walk up, and you see the event at the river. You see the crowd gathering, and there's a little bit of cheering and a little bit of asping, and
Oh,
you
no,
see
thank you.
you see like one elf, 3 squall, and so a total of 4.
The squall
And
or
you see-
the fishy people?
The squall are like the very attractive,
Like
type,
the
like
dog guy.
fit, like the
Gotcha.
guys that rode you
Oh,
in.
I
Evelyn.
coffee in between my teeth. I'm like,
Evelyn
not
Skyreach.
Evelyn Skyreach is a squall. So,
just get
you
chills
see
in my whole
1 elf, 3 squaw, and 8 buckets lined up by the river.
Ooh.
And, or sorry, not like, sorry, whoa. You see 3 squaw and 1 elf lined up by the river, and you see 3 barrels, not buckets. You see 3 barrels halfway up the hill on these platforms on the hill. You see 8
Wanna play a game?
barrels. And you hear the guy saying, all right, first contest of the day. Do we have 4 more contestants? 4 more contestants.
Shit, not me.
Anybody out
Okay.
Well, they
there?
I don't
were
know what
waving
it's
their
for.
hands,
Way
so
tripped
I'm
out
waving
right now.
back.
I have.
All right, we got another contestant right here.
Alright, wait.
Come on up.
Wait. I have a background in barrel making.
Are they quality
Ooh,
barrels?
can you
You're that
become
guy
a-
right now.
Yeah, I know, right? I was
I
like,
have a background in barrel making. I was
straight
actually a
up.
barista for 15
Oh,
years.
down.
I want to see like if I can tell like what's in the barrels or what.
Sure, you don't have to roll anything. The barrels are clearly empty.
Okay.
To you.
They're not.
To you, not to
mimics.
them, but to you, they're clearly.
Long grain rice?
Okay, do they look like old, like they're used for like?
Yeah, they look like ragtag barrels that maybe
That
they
one
were
is
once
correct.
used to like hold some sort of liquor or ale,
Oh, okay, but
they're
they're
long
just like
past.
shitty, whatever.
Yeah. Like
Just
they look
somebody
watertight,
talking about
but
it.
you can tell by the way they're sitting on the hill that they're definitely not full of anything, just because of
How
their
good you
expertise.
know?
Okay. Cool. That's all I wanted to know.
All right, we got one, and then another squall from the crowd raised their hand. All right, we got another contestant. Come on up. So
I don't
Baldric
know what I'm doing.
Baldric walks over confusedly and stands next to the elf, and then another squall stands next to him. We got anybody else? Oh, we got another elfie.
For
Come
what?
on, elfie.
For what? Making
Uh,
barrel?
Yeah,
For
so another elf comes
I
in.
don't know, I
We
just
need
wait.
one more contestant. One more contestant
empty
for this
barrels
last
up there.
one.
Anybody?
Any takers?
To do what?
Banana or Wilo?
Oh, it's just to participate in the contest.
We don't
What's
know
the
what
contest?
contest is
You don't know what it is.
No
you have no
idea.
context for it.
I'll do it.
All right, we got a
Yeah.
look at
I
this.
just-
Half elf barbarian. Is that Rahazara? Woo! All right, I like the attitude. Come on up. All right, most of you know the rules. For those of you that don't know the rules, here's the thing. Right now we've got
You can bet your soul.
1,000 gold on the line, alright? This contest is called Fill the Bucket. There's only 3 rules. No moving the bucket. Second rule, no using tools of any kind. And third rule, first fill wins. So what you're gonna do, and using only yourself, you have to take the water from the river and fill these buckets up completely. The first one to fill the buckets up completely wins $1,000.
Can you
On
say
it.
the rules one more time?
Rule number 1, no
Barrels.
moving the bucket.
The barrels.
Excellent.
Barrels. No moving the barrels. Rule number 2, no using tools of any kind. And rule
Oh my
number
God.
3, first to fill wins.
you have any water stones?
Wait, we don't have anything to move the
Yeah,
water
I do,
to the
weirdly enough.
barrels?
No, you do not. All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna go. 3, 2, 1, go! And you see it. You see the 2 elves. They kind of grab their hands up and they're
Put
fill
that
it.
water in your bucket.
Oh no, I don't have a bucket. I'm about to fill my mouth.
Okay, so you do exactly what the squall are doing. They reach down, but they. And you see their chests and their body expanding.
That's what I'm doing.
And they're getting so much water. You put your mouth in and you get
20
1d4
blueberries
cups
Cups.
of water.
I'm good.
Alright,
So
so
run it, I'm
roll a
doing it.
d4.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah,
win.
he's
Is
about
that
to
this
win.
triangular
Try.
Is that this
I'm
one?
gonna fill all the buckets, all the barrels.
Huh?
Is that this one? The
Yeah.
triangular one?
Start with yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with one.
2.
Alright. So you get 2 cups of water in your mouth. You see the chest and bellies of this squall fill up as they go running up, a little bit of water leaking out of their mouth, and you see the elves running up like this with the water in their hands. What are you doing, Baldric?
I'm casting control water and doing tidal wave and filling all the barrels.
Okay, can you read that spell? Alright.
Pokemon cards.
Material, a drop of water and a pinch of dust.
Well, unless I use a spell focus, and then I don't have to.
Okay. Until the spell ends, you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose that is a cube of up to 100 feet on a side. Okay. You can choose from any of the following effects when you cast a spell. As an action on your turn, you can repeat the same effect or choose a different one. Flood, Heart Water, Redirect Flow, and Whirlpool. Range 300 feet, duration 10 minutes. Alright, so why don't you describe to me what you're doing at this moment?
He's
Alright,
waterbending.
so I'm gonna put my shields and my hammer down and go
Crack it.
like that, and then the entire river is gonna raise up like a wave and
Holy
come
crap.
straight down into the barrels and fill all of them and hopefully not destroy all of them in the process.
Alright, so yeah, you raise up the water and everyone backs up like you hear this resounding, oh! The waves go up.
hi.
Now, one of the squall very proudly has made it up to his bucket and you see him vomit what looks like maybe like half a bucket of water and his pride he's slowly just, whoosh, and the water just falls into the bucket. He turns around and looks at the other contestants running with his eyes half closed, puts his hands on his hips, looks down at the crowd, and then his eyes widen as this wave of water is pouring over toward Rahazari. You just made it up to your bucket, and you're like, and you're what was it, 2 cups?
Nasty.
Yeah.
You're 16 ounces of water. Just you see it barely fill the bottom of the bucket, and then you puke a little bit because you're still feeling a little nauseous
Yeah,
from what went
not
on before.
super great.
And a little bit of puke fills up, and as that happens, the announcer goes, "Well, puke doesn't count, but we have an unusual situation." And then as he's flooded, all of them are flooded. All of the buckets fill to the top, and the rest of the contestants lose their bearing and start washing down the hill with the rest of this water. Rahazar, make a strength check.
That's Fedora's like.
That's a disadvantage, baby.
Disadvantage because you have a point of exhaustion.
7.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 20.
7
No.
and
Plus
And
one.
your strength, is it a save or just the strength check?
check.
So plus this one, 6.
No, there.
No, it is a
13.
save. It's a save. It's a
And
save.
then if it's a save, it's plus this number.
So 7 plus 13.
So 7 plus 9.
So 16.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you reach up and you grab the platform that the bucket's sitting on while everyone else washes down to the river.
I'm gonna
and-
bring him back.
Are the guests washing down too? Like the people that were watching?
Yes.
Nymph-
Half of
Nymph-
them, not those of you that are
Nymphadora
standing
is
back.
very happy if she's getting washed down.
Yeah, we'll say Nymphadora is definitely. And she and she walks us down to the river, and the announcer's standing there aghast. He's just like soaked from head to toe, and he's speechless, and he's. We clearly have a winner, the short man with the magic.
I feel like you should be stroking your brain that way.
I think it's time to rewrite these rules.
I'm bringing everybody
Congratulations! And a squall comes up to you, and he's got like a small chest, and he opens it up, and there's a bunch of gold pieces, and he just shoves it at you.
The whole chest thing, or just
The whole chest. It's
Yeah, I got a little
Oh,
chest.
baby.
Congratulations!
I'm gonna close it, put it in my pouch.
It's
Good,
like
we're gonna
probably
need
like
that
a regular
for your
size
little
chest
ballistas.
for you.
The next contest,
29,000.
after
There's
we
another contest.
look more scrupulously over the rules, considering that the Order of the Mask has joined us this year,
Oh yeah.
we will reconvene in about 1 hour.
Order of the Mask. I
Well, we
have a
rewrite
mask
all
on.
of the rules.
While we rewrite all of the rules, indeed.
We had masks on. How did they like it?
I don't know, I think you should rewrite the rules.
Yeah,
It's
the
very
Order of
fair.
the Mask had masks on. How did they know?
I'm wearing a
at
mask
this
now.
point that it was us.
Suspicious.
So sus.
Super sus.
Yeah, super sus that a half-orc, a dwarf, a fucking
Yeah.
dark wood elf, a dragonborn, and
Sailed a ship through a storm
I
backwards.
guess
into
you fit in more than anyone except
like,
you're
oh, it's
legendary.
gotta be
Except
these
she's not a
assholes.
slave.
Not legendary, but you're known.
Legendary Pokemon.
You're
It is
free
not.
ass
could be a
bitch
slave.
over here.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Alright, that's the end of the session for now.
That was pretty sick.
That was way fun. I want to go to taverns
I
every
stayed
time.
awake the whole
You
time.
didn't hunt out
And I
once.
even worked 10 hours today.
You did.
Oh
How do we
shit, you
find
worked at
it?
10?
Alright,
What's
did
your
you-
Twitch channel called?
Did you
Truck's dribble.
And I thought I wasn't prepared, but
Seemed
It
to
worked
work
out, yeah.
I
Are you-
over-prepared
are you
enough
done
that I didn't
streaming?
have to.
We're still
Are you
on.
done streaming?
Oh, I haven't turned it off yet.
Okay, cool.
Thanks
I wanna
everyone
play
for
that.
watching and being in chat and stuff. If you're still there, you guys are awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
They are.
I love the comments.
Mary and I are gonna listen to this song.
Eat shit and die.
This is Beast's theme music.
Who's Beast?
Oh my god.